Hello everyone and welcome. New England Flooring versus Central Park Lanes for match 11 of 11 here at the Men's World. This is Glenn Gill for Central Park Lanes. They went 6-2 in the last one, updating that now for you here. We're updating standings as fast as possible as we just got total pinfalls in. We'll be updating as fast as possible here in this final round robin match. That's Tim Hazer on the left side, a big 6 points for New England Flooring as well, and no marks for either.
Central Park Lanes control their destiny for the fifth and final spot. Still an outside chance for fourth. Tim Hazer at 1-3-5 for a spare. No. New England Flooring 6-2 the last match. Central Park Lanes, I believe, went 6-2 also, right?
Yes, that's what I heard. Per Duncan.
Yep, so they're 42-38. New England Flooring 37-43, so 5 behind. So they've got to take 7.
Yep,
or 8.
There's a couple holes in there, and I don't know about the left division yet, so I'm going to need a lot of help here if you happen to have that.
Yep.
I'll watch the match, and you can recite that.
Okay, sure.
If you've got the totals. Not just yet. We'll check in on that for you. Hazer at the 1-3, 7-8-9. Triangle not taken out by Gill in this 11th and final match. Once I have the standings for you, I'll probably go on an audio timeout here, refuel for myself so I can get set for the 3 p.m., well, maybe 4 p.m. Atlantic, 3 p.m. Eastern playoff matches. Hazer denied. Ball went right and nothing came over to the left side. Get over 5, thank you. Gill takes 10. Former big teammate of mine, in fact. 20-17. A couple of runner-ups in a few competitions. Gill, runner-up Class B, and returning to competitive play for the first time in a while. Returning to the Worlds for the first time in a while. Chris Winiar's alongside me. Duncan MacDougall's alongside me. Chris Winiar's is clearly in front of me. And Ed Woodside as this. I need to type in some names, and then I might need to, I need to eat as well. Yeah. A drop for Winiar's. Canada 5 took 4 points. So 4-4 for them in the left division. I'll add the parentheses in just a moment. 6-10 gets the way. 2-5-7 for Woodside. Woodside had a great last series in the previous match, he brought the player slot number 2 to 365 in relief. A great substitution. Winiar's 10 and Woodside 8. We spoke of Park Place Lanes and low Chris Winiar's here in existence. Ed Woodside, by the way, had a 1-5-0 final string. The only string he rolled entirely intact. Substitutions allowed before the halfway point in effect and not on a mark. Although before box 7, a little further along, isn't it? I'm Grant Gouillart. I'm alongside Paul Grant. One, 2, 4, 7, 8, and 10. We're just trying to cover the tightest matches we can. It was a flex schedule today. Sorry, we made the best choice we could. We still should be able to see the adjacent lanes there, but a big playoff match. That's the main reason we went here, 7-9. Because Central Park Lanes and New England Flooring are embroiled in it right now. This could be a shakeup in the playoffs. I have not heard about Able Evolve right now, and I'm still waiting for my trusty correspondence to get the standings there, and as soon as we have that, we'll add that in and then eventually be able to tighten it all up. This is Tim Soucy. He gets his head pin and has the 5-9. Tim Soucy, had the top average in Western New England after the first Pro Tour event they have there. And converted. Susie picks it up for 10 and a ball. Sorry to Steve Colbert and co. And we couldn't be in multiple places at once. St. Cyr fighting for this and has to take a 6-box to begin. Yeah, I just need to get the lineups basically, and then I can take a spell here. Oops. 5 and 9, and I gotta fix the pin cam replay on this one. If you want to hop back here anyway. Susie triangle number 5 as he already has picked up 4 pins, and it's basically a double mark swing all told. 17 versus 6. Aaron St. Cyr, the 4 horsemen.
How we doing, Greg? We got a huge one here, right?
Essentially, Able Evolve is the one I wish I had more intel on to really get the full picture of the playoff race here.
Well, I'll tell you what, I can come and take over the 6 for you if you want to go take a look, give us an update, and then take a much-needed break to get you down the stretch.
All right, a spare for St. Cyr. The reason I'm getting paralyzed here is I want to be able to get the lineups in as well. That's one way to get the 10 for Tim Susie. Who have we here? 4th is...
Looks like Keith Beaupre is going to be...
Keith?
Yes, Keith Beaupre.
Yep.
For one side, and PDP Crawford for the other.
That makes sense. That holds true to the lineup, and then I would assume
looks like
that Mike McGinty would stay in.
Yeah, looks like Mike McGinty and Matt Nichols as well for the men in yellow. Keith Beaupre throws an absolute missile.
Tell me something new.
God, when he throws strikes, they are just vicious. Pete
Duncan
Crawford throws a great ball at his own right.
Duncan MacDougall alongside. Really appreciate him taking the call for me.
Oh, yeah, hi, I'm Duncan. Nice to meet you guys.
Duncan! Duncan!
Pete looking at the 5-10. Very juicy wood, going low, won't carry. CPL needing 2 points to do so. Hold on, Paul's coming. Yep.
Fret not, Paul Grant is on the scene, or another scene, or something like that.
He's flying around.
Bob Lee got annoyed with yeah, I'll be there in...
Thank you.
Bob Lee got annoyed with Paul Grant yesterday. Paul said, I'll be there in 2 minutes. Proceeds to have a full interview and photo session with Ashley Frizzell, former AYB champion.
That checks out. All right, we are, we're going to make
put that headset down. And
we're going to make a switcheroo here. Why don't you get some intel on Able and then take a much-needed lunch?
Yeah.
Be right with you, Charlotte. All right, here we go.
I got the water of money and stuff like that. Shouldn't drink anything stiffer than that. Might be so much offering.
Keith Beaupre off the head pin, chops one more. He's going to have an 8 fill. And Pete Crawford has the half Worcester. And he's going to put a good bit on it and have what I like to call the hockey teeth here, Greg. The 4, 5, 6, 7, 10.
I won't bother you long. I just want to introduce one other thing to annoy your stream even further.
Whoa, Keith, nice 10. What do you got?
So there's a notepad file that I'm trying to update the standings with, and you see we don't have everything, and I'm going to try and seek some updates for you right now. But, yeah, there's a notepad file down there, and I've got one for left and right division as well.
Yep, I see that. I'll update as I go.
You do it, and then you save the changes, and it pops up there. I'm not updating the totals. I just changed the parentheses, and eventually we'll lump that in, but the parentheses are separate, and that's for you folks as well. The number points are from the first 9 matches. The parentheses will be added in later. Sorry to not have complete information. All set. I'll check.
We'll try our best. It's all good. It's all we can do. Matt Nichols up for CPL, the Buffalo, as he likes to be called these days, namely by Paul Grant. He has a check mark on the head pin. And gets it. Huge, nice ball from Matt Nichols right there. And, Mike McGinty goes wide. Mike McGinty from Buffalo. Matt Nichols, the Buffalo. Don't get him confused, folks. It's not confusing, I promise. And a tough 6, back-to-back 6s for New England Flooring. New England Flooring reeling right now. They need to sweep out here as Central Park can clinch their playoff spot with 2 points here. So any game they win, and it's all over. CPL just trying to make the playoffs right now. They came in with the mindset, if we make it, it has been a huge win of a week for us. And they are on track to do so right now. Mike McGinty topples 9. Matt Nichols, the 1-3-4-7. There's Wood. It shouldn't help. Mike McGinty has a roadblock matriculating in front of this 8-pin. Matt Nichols goes wide. He's going to topple everything, almost backdoor it, but the head pin left standing. Greg Gouillart coming in for an update momentarily.
I'm doing this one. Oh, I know. I'm going to play around with it today. Oh, this one, so I can get ready to play.
I've been taken every which way. I don't know what happened.
Which 42, 44?
Where are we right now? What's happening? We're up here. A spare for Mike McGinty and an 8 for Matt Nichols. There we go.
Yeah, zip it up afterwards. Thank you. Okay, Duncan, we got some updated standings in Division 1. We're going to monitor Drywall Concepts shortly. They're on 11 and 12. We can monitor them. They're playing Birchall Siding, which has been eliminated. Drywall Concepts, 58 points. They went 4-4 against A-plus accounting. A-plus now sits in 5th. But A-plus is playing Kingswood Bulletproof on lanes 3 and 4. Bob Lee has that call on YouTube only on Candlepin Bowling Network. That is a 3 and 5 matchup, seeding-wise. And one of those could get eliminated because A-plus is bowling the bottom seed, Grafton Flooring, team 12, the 12th seed. All right, so Drywall Concepts, 58 points. Fenway Academy, 55. Kingswood Bulletproof, 49. Canada 5, 48. A-plus, 46. Maria Subs, Team USA, both at 42. Maria's has the tiebreaker by about 200 pins. So they're going to hope for Kingswood and A-plus to kind of split maybe and give a chance to sneak in.
Who's Team USA playing?
Team USA is playing Stars and Strikes.
Okay. So Team USA with an opportunity as well.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm sorry. My mistake. Team USA is playing on 9 and 10. They're playing Wreck and Roll 2.6, who has been eliminated.
Okay.
All right, so again, recapping Division 1. Top seed gets a 2-round bye to the semifinals. Drywall Concepts, 58 points. Fenway Academy, 55. Kingswood Bulletproof, 49. Canada 5, 48. A-plus, 46. Maria Subs, Team USA, 4 behind at 42. For Division 2, Academy Lanes is born extra lucky strike over to our far right out of our coverage. Extra Lanes down 7 points. They have to take 7 points. They have the pinfall tiebreaker, but not by a whole lot. Well, actually, they do have a battle. I'm sorry. So Extra takes 7 points. They can get number 1 and get that 2-round bye. Outlaw Rides right now have taken 2 points. All right, 52 and 28. They're sitting in third right now. 52 and 28. Outlaw Rides, 52 and 28. Ably Evolved Realty just all of a sudden 5 behind as they lost to Academy, 6.2. 5 behind. They got a chance still for third at 45 and 35. Central Park Lanes took 6 last match. They're 42 and 38. They're 5 ahead of New England Flooring. So New England Flooring, for all intents and purposes here, has got to get 7 points to get in.
Meanwhile, Central Park can confirm their spot with 1 game, 2 points.
Yes.
Doesn't matter which 2, they just need to win 1 of these strings.
New England Flooring does have the pinfall tiebreaker. Keep that in mind. I believe. Let's see. Hold on.
Gouillart is a great 9 out of tough first 2 balls.
Yeah, about 150 pins difference in pinfall favors New England Flooring. That's the good news for them. So hold on. Yeah, they got to take 7.
You're the best. Thank you.
Avon Valley Lanes have been eliminated with 28 points. 27 points or so, and Spike's Chimney, I believe, 28 points out of it.
Huge 8-pin fill for Woodside. Tough break here on the split.
Bayers Road of 34 points cannot get in, really, because of tiebreakers, even if they take 8 points. Because Central Park Lanes, I believe, has one pinfall. Let's see. No, actually, Bayers Road. But then, if that's the case, New England Flooring jumped them, so it wouldn't matter. So Bayers Road has been eliminated, coming in as a 6th seed today.
Yep.
Cannot make the playoffs.
Yep. So a lot of things can still happen here in the final match. This is what we want, Paul, is a lot of jumbling, rumbling, stumbling into the final day.
You want to be there the last day in the running. And Bayers Road made the playoffs here 2 years ago, lost by about 15 pins or so in the opening round. Just falls short this year. Paul, Grant, Duncan MacDougall. Greg will join us later on. First of 3 strings, our final round robin of 11. Match 11 of 11. The playoffs to follow on a separate broadcast. Please subscribe to Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Hit the bell icon after for live notifications. So once we go live, you're in the know. You won't miss a ball.
All right. Thank you very much for the updates, Paul. Now with this really important string, we're going to focus in on the pinning here with Central Park up an early 31. 2 marks to none in favor of New England Floorings. Aaron St. Cyr loading one of them up with 6.
So right now, too, just to let you know, when you're ready to talk, if Drywall holds on, Academy wins, they'll get the 2-round bye to the semis. Fenway Academy would stay in the seeds 2 and 3 each division, stay in their same division, and 4 and 5 would travel across the other way. So Fenway Academy would take on the 5th seed, either Central Park Lanes, New England Flooring, or Able Evolve Realty.
Big back-to-back spare, Aaron St. Cyr. Tim Soucy can't answer. The 8-pin left up.
Too close to call in Division 1. They're all bunched up for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. 49, 48, and 46. Right now, if Kingswood Bulletproof wins, and they're playing A-plus accounting, Kingswood could get eliminated if they lose all 8 and Maria's takes 8. They could get in.
Yep, and Kingswood is playing A-plus right now, so
Yes.
a lot of movement can still happen in that division.
Maria's loses the tiebreaker in Kingswood, so Kingswood would need to lose 8. Maria's would need to get 8 to get in. And Maria's is playing Grant and Flooring, the 12th seed.
Yep, Kingswood Bulletproof and A-plus accounting on our sister stream here on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Aaron St. Cyr with a 7 fill. He's got a 3-pinner. Soucy rocks 8, maybe 9. No, it'll be a 2-pinner.
The other way that Maria's can get in, or Team USA can get in, is if A-plus takes 6. If Kingswood takes 6 or 4, A-plus have 50, Maria's would have 50, but A-plus would have the tiebreaker in pinfall.
Aaron St. Cyr can't convert. Soucy can. Big spare to stabilize for Central Park here from Tim Soucy.
So
St. Cyr checks 10.
Maria's going to be rooting for Kingswood Bulletproof to take 6 points at least, and they got to take 8 to get in.
Although Maria's, if they sweep, can also get in on the back door if A-plus sweeps Kingswood, I believe.
Kingswood has 49. Yeah, I did say that. Kingswood has 49, Maria's has 42. So either A-plus a sweep to get Maria's in if they take 8 against Grant and Flooring, the 12th seed, or A-plus loses 6 to Kingswood. Kingswood get in, obviously. A-plus would lose.
The worst thing to happen for Maria's is a split in that match. They're looking for a lopsided affair either way.
And for Team USA to get in, also, they're behind on pinfall by a couple hundred on Maria's subs. They would need Canada 5 to lose. We're playing Stars and Strikes.
Okay.
Team USA would need to take all 8 points. And Canada 5 would need to lose all 8, or if they take 1, they would lose the tiebreaker. I believe 15, let's see, 15. Yeah, tiebreaker. So all intents and purposes, Team USA's got to sweep and get some help.
Pete Crawford trying to convert, can't. Keith Beaupre with a 9 drop. It's a 5-pin with a plank, and it's gone.
So 2 teams in the bottom, 6 and 7, tied. Pinfall and Maria's over Team USA are fighting for that final 1 or 2 spots. Team USA needs some help in a big 8-0 win. We'll monitor that throughout the match.
Tough 23-3 for Pete Crawford. And Paul, we just got the lane draw for which lanes things are going to be on for the playoffs. Let me just pull it up right here as I have to take a picture.
You put that on Candlepin chat too, right?
5 and 6, 9 and 10, 13 and 14, 17, 18. So you will have 13 and 14. Bob Lee and I will have either 5 and 6 or 9 and 10.
Did they say what team numbers?
No. Well, we don't know yet. We don't know who's in.
Right. I mean, 1A, 1B, it says
Nope.
something like that? Right.
Nothing like that.
Right.
This is the information I've
So
been given. It's what we're
quarterfinals,
rolling
our
with.
next broadcast, separate broadcast after this. About a half an hour or so, I think, afterwards, give or take.
One would think.
They got to punch all the numbers in first. Check for any math errors.
Yeah. Pete Crawford, the 4, 6, 7, 10 won't go.
30 to
Keith
45 minutes away. Sorry, Duncan.
Keith Beaupre, 7 on the fill. A 3-pinner with wood. No, won't carry. Apologies, Matt. Paul, I know that there's a lot of movement happening, but this is still a very important string for Central
Absolutely.
Park. If they win this one, then it gets less interesting, and then we can talk about everything else that's going on. Is the way that I'm approaching this.
18-pin lead for Central 1. Now it's 28. One spare for each side.
I can finish up these two boxes, Paul, if you want to call the next two.
Okay.
Mike McGinty and Matt Nichols, the Buffalo, coming up here. Matt Nichols, the Buffalo. Mike McGinty from Buffalo. I thought you'd like that, Paul.
Yes. He's got the kingpin for a spare. Nichols crosses over 8, 9. He's got the 6. McGinty's got the 5, I believe. Yep, 5.
That is the king. Yes,
Hard
indeed.
to see back here.
I don't like this wood for Matt Nichols. Mike McGinty shouldn't use the wood. He should go right at the pin.
Matt could use that wood in the left, though, possibly.
Potentially.
McGinty missed it. He missed one that second string to lose by 4 pins. That single pin he missed for a spare and got the Paul Grant special for 10.
Yep.
That's 2 costly points. Nichols missed left.
Oh,
I thought you could try to get around it. I thought he used that wood to the left, actually.
Well, I think he can see the pin just barely. He was trying to catch the tip of it.
And that is a Paul Grant special. Missed the second, make the third, McGinty. And the same thing for Nichols. Missed the second, make the third, BGS.
It's the Paul Grant show here with Central Park Lanes versus New England Flooring. Paul Grant on the call, not on the lanes. Don't get it confused. Just like Matt Nichols, the Buffalo. Mike McGinty from Buffalo.
I miss bowling. 211, 192, 19-pin lead for Central Park Lanes out of East Boston, Mass. Great owner in Chuck Vizzella. Chucky's house. Got a couple of 200s himself in his great career.
Yeah. You might miss bowling. Bowling sure doesn't miss you, Paul. You're everywhere. You're all over the game. It's amazing.
Only 512 matches last year.
And count.
Wobbling 3-7 for McGinty.
You got to. Those are rookie numbers. You got to get it going.
Nichols 8 hiding behind the 2. 1, 2, 4 in front. A crucial match for New England Flooring. 5 behind. They got to get 7 points somehow. McGinty trying to slam it over. Does not get to the 7. Nichols in lane 13 at Fairlanes in Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada. Missed left. 1 on the 8. 1 spare for Central Park Lanes. Nothing for New England Flooring. It's early. Big 6-2 win last time out for New England Flooring over Outlaw Rides, the 3 seed.
Outlaw's just about settled into that 3, it appears.
Yes. Well,
I think they need 2 to secure it, and they cannot catch the 2 seed.
McGinty picks up for a 9. Is that 9? At 9, 44, 444, 44 through 4. Nichols a 9. 1 pin better. 220, 201 CPL, Central Park Lanes. 19-pin lead over NEF, New England Flooring. Here in the first of 3 strings, our final round of the qualifying rounds. 11 of 11. It's gone fast. 1 round playoff tonight, 3 tomorrow. 9 o'clock Atlantic time, 8 o'clock Eastern, 9:30 for our great friends in Newfoundland on the half hour. Here's Glenn Gill rolling 7. 6-10, 7 left. Wood to the left, rather to the right. Now left to the 6.
Love Glenn Gill's ball. He just throws a hard, tight ball. A lot of spin on it.
Here's Tim Hazer from Western Massachusetts. He puts the 6 down, but the 3 holds right. 4-7 up. The wood can possibly twirl around for a spare. Back to 14, Glenn Gill.
I just got a very fun tidbit from Gary Santora, who's watching on.
He got it, spare.
Wow.
47.5 on the board.
Beautiful. Apparently Buffalo, New York, a very big bowling city, not just in Candlepin, but in 10-pin as well.
Met Gary at the Bayberry 80% singles handicap. Great guy.
Oh, Gary's one of my favorite guys out there. Really, really great. Been around forever, too. Excellent bowler. Still now, but especially back in the day. He could really set it on fire.
Hayes at 9, no marks, 42 Fs. You can sub within the first 7 boxes after 6, completed
After
boxes.
6.
After 6, before 6, completed boxes.
Yep.
But you cannot be on a mark in that 6 box.
Can't be on a mark. And
He's
just
coming
like
out.
that,
Nate Lees is coming in. The first Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour Pro champion. Glenn Gill, one of the three, generous lead. The three tries to go down. It does. Big nine, Phil, 56.5. Good news for CPL. Bad news for New England Flooring. As he handshakes Nate Lees. 5-time Pro Series runner-up, high triple, 698. Great bowler, 2-time champion, main money match, Chris Merrill.
that ball looked good, but it just got by.
Came back to the floor, 1, 2, 7, 9, 10. Gill for a spare. He missed it. You see that single pin? Missed a lot. 13% less than the head pin's a single pin.
Yep.
Stats by Candlepin Network. And the reason why, Duncan?
You just missed your first ball, Paul.
It's kind of like a PGS special with the second ball instead of the third.
A little bit. Speaking of,
And there it is, the PGS. Missed the second, make the third. Never a good time for that, Duncan?
no.
Thanks. Lee's an 8.
I'll say no now. There's semantics about that, but it's not worth getting
Unless you
into
win,
here.
the Paul Grant special is good.
That's the thing.
31 pin lead for Central Park plus a mark. New England Florence got to get going. They can't afford to lose one string or they're out.
Yep. Whenever I have a bad string, but we end up winning on my team, I say it was a good time to throw that. There can be a good time to throw a Paul Grant special, and it's if when it's never in doubt.
And we may switch over possibly because that's if New England Florence loses, we may switch over possibly to 11-12 because Power Sports is ahead of Fenway Academy
Yeah, they're fighting
by
for the
3
one seed.
pins. They're
They
fighting
are.
for the 1 seed, so we could switch over to 11 and 12 for our middle string.
The 1 seed, incredibly huge as well, as we are, apologies, I'm going to switch over to these bowlers right here. Chris
Winnie has nice shot for a spare in the 4-2 washout. Ed Woodside hit the 3, the 5, tap from behind almost. Tough break, everything going CPL's way. A win this string, they clinch a playoff spot. And they could still get to number 4.
Inside 10.
Cannot get to 3.
Paul's going to hop off for a second here as I will take us to the home stretch as we are just about to enter the halfway. We're 2 boxes away from the halfway point here. Winiars on the fill. It's a big one. It's 9. 2-pin left standing for Chris Winiars. 9 fill puts him at 55 at the half with a kingpin to go. Woodside, the 1-8-9. He's got to chop this through. Tricky wood on this head pin too. Might be able to use it as a guide. Winiars, that gets by. Woodside, no, the wood deflects away. A break for Central Park as Winiars misses the mark and goes wide again for a 9. Still a good trip for Winiars, even though he missed that 9 drop twice in a row. Ed Woodside matches with 9, but can't match the 19 box in the 5th. You hear the energy in this building. It is tense. It is wild. It is electric here in Moncton, Fairlanes, Moncton, New Brunswick. Implications everywhere. Feels like almost every match has relevance in the playoff picture now. Tim Susi on the fill, chops out 5. He's got a 3-2 split. St. Cyr rockets 5 of his own off the head pin. Susi chops. St. Cyr. Well, the Caleri fell away into the Horseman. So now he just has to run it down for another mark for New England Flooring, and he will just get by. It trips from behind as the spinning wood flies out of the pit, but it won't go. Susi, a tough 7. 59.5. St. Cyr, 10. 59.5 as well. Both bowlers with 2 marks dueling here. 1 tough box apiece. 10s and spares the rest of the way. Tim Susi on the head pin. Drops 8, late falling 8-pin, almost carries over to the 10, but it won't. Another split for Seuss. Dr. Seuss, as I've heard him called before. which I love that name, especially coming from Western Mass, the origin of Dr. Seuss, I believe, over there. In fact, I'm sure of it. Mount Tom, over in the Springfield area. There's Mount Crumpet. Wow, Susie spins 2 for a spare. What a tail. And St. Cyr answers with a huge mark of his own to keep New England Flooring alive in this first string. New England Flooring needing a sweep. Central Park trying to just get one measly game. Win, and they're in. Keith Beaupre at 55 through 4, being the spark plug so far for the Central Park team. Pete Crawford only at 32, looking to get it going. A thunderous 9 for Beaupre as he rockets it into the pocket, the Brooklyn side, working wonders. And Pete Crawford can't catch a break. And a spare, Keith Beaupre. And wow, what an answer. Pete Crawford, the 3 into the 2. Beautiful spare. Outstanding shot right there to keep it. New England Flooring in this. 65 in the ball for Beaupre, 42 in the ball for Pete Crawford Jr.
Updated standings when we have a chance. Official standings.
After these fills right here, we might have time.
Absolutely.
Speaking of fills, wow! Hammer time! Keith Beaupre, strike on spare. Keith Beaupre the fire. Pete Crawford only 3 on the fill.
You get the Buffalo hat when they get the strike.
Keith Beaupre reps it for a minute. Pete Crawford, what a shot right there. Can't carry the 10. Paul Graham, want to give us the updated standings
Okay,
now.
Drywall Concepts, Division 1 to our left here, 11 and 12, 58 and 22. Actually, Fenway Academy is listed as 53 points. I'm not sure that's a mistake. I had them at 55. So we'll check that. They're supposed to take 6, I thought, last match.
I believe the standings.
Yeah, that's right, they were 49, so my mistake. Yeah, I had 55 for some reason. So they have 53, 5 behind. Kingswood Bulletproof 49. Canada 5, 48, A plus 46. Now Maria Subs, Team USA 42 in the running. Birchall Siding could get in, but no more, not likely.
So Maria Subs is deceptively potentially in this here. If they take out 8 off Grapham, there's going to be 2 playoff teams that they're vying against that are going to be in a dogfight against each other.
After the string, Duncan will call the second stringer, so I'll get over and check all the scores. Academy Lane 76.
Hopefully Greg comes to recover. I got to go help out Paul.
Okay, that's Bob. Right. Greg with the string. I'll go get the scores. Academy Lane 76 points, Extra 69. They're bowling each other. Extra's the tiebreaker and pinfall, so Extra takes 7. They'll get in. Outlaw Rides 52, Able Evolve 45. They got to sweep. Outlaw Rides has got to lose all 8 for them to get to 3. CPL here, Central Park Lanes 42, New England Flooring right now outside edge, 5 behind. They lose this, they're out. Bears Road, Bolorama will be out also. They can't get in either way, Bears Road, no matter what happens.
54s are wild for the anchor bowlers at the half.
So hopefully you have that right in your standings there.
Yes, sir. No, you have it. It's all good.
Okay.
I'm running this.
It says 2 and 2. That's not correct there, but.
Maybe Greg can update this while he's here.
It's a correction on Fenway's score. It says they have 53 points. I thought they took 6 last match.
Looks like they didn't. Put it down. Put it down. Another bowler on their head pin here. Matt Nichols, the 1, 2, 4, and 8. Weird Wood caps it. McGinty, the 1 and the 7, gets it. Spare Mike McGinty.
Greg.
Matt Nichols.
So there's the 8 box by Nichols. This thing on?
Yes, it is.
Excellent. So, yeah, Fenway Academy took 4 points against Wreck and Roll. They won the first and third strings, but pinfall was taken by Wreck and Roll by 12 pins.
Okay.
And that might be the surprise there because it was a 48-pin win by Wreck and Roll, so that super middle string is what delivered the split point decision unfortunately, for Fenway Academy.
So 5 for Drywall. That's good news for them. They're off to our left, 11 and 12. We may switch over depending what happens here. Right now, it's Central Park Lanes up 47 here in the first of 3. They win, they're in. New England Flooring must take 7 somehow. They can at least get a tie and win outright to get in.
Nate Lee's 9 on the first ball. Glenn Gill can't break up the split.
Okay, here we go.
10-pin with deceptive wood that I think should plow back. If I'm Nate, I'm going on the left side of this, actually. He might go right at the pin, though. He's going left, and he drills it. It's like I know what I'm talking about sometimes. Only sometimes, though. Glenn Gill slides by his object.
Lee's first mark of the string, 16 of all through 7. A mark they need. They need more. The good news, they have 3 marks to 2 in this side, but down big right now.
9 for Mr. Gill.
75 through 7. 46 pin lead for Central Park Lanes. 3 spares to 1 spare, 1 strike.
Perhaps you've made a do a bit right now, but with Central Park Lanes 5 ahead of New England Flooring. Sorry I haven't had a chance to update the notepad file myself. New England Flooring really needs to take at least 7 points, but right now that's pessimistic right now. A Central Park Lanes victory in this string alone means that we have our 5 seeds almost certainly.
And then we may switch to 11 and 12 for Drywall Concepts because they need a clinch also tonight.
Drywall Concepts looks to be quite ahead of their opponent at the moment, Birchall Siding, but I'll continue to monitor.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Greg. Enjoy your lunch. We'll see you soon.
Sorry if my sound levels... No, I think the sound levels are good.
They are. They're fine.
Sound fine. Greg Gouillart helping out. Even when he's not on the call, he's still here. We're all here. Candlepin Bowling Network, all cylinders going as we have a very, very close.
The bucket for Lees gets 1. Lees a left side diamond. Glenn Gill, 1 of the 10. Lees a 6. 71 through 8.
Oh, man, after that spare, only getting out with 21 is tough.
Gill a 9, gains 3, 84 through 8 on Candlepin Bowling Network in high definition. The ESPN at Candlepin Bowling. We cover all the classes all the time, everywhere. Close to 2,300 videos, almost 2,400 videos actually. More than 5,200 subscribers. Join in for free. YouTube videos forever. Tell your friends, tell your family. Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube in high definition. Live Insta replay up to 10 seconds as well. Only on YouTube. Like and follow us on Facebook as well. Reset in lane 14. The King fell down, the 5.
This is certainly ESPN. Occasionally we're ESPN2. Occasionally we're ESPNU. And very occasionally we're also the Ocho. But we are every format of ESPN.
Candlepin Bowling Network W also. Love to cover the ladies game also.
ESPNW in a big way as well.
And the mixed up graduates, the youth. 8 former Academy Lanes participants, 7 graduates. Participate in the Mixed Up Graduates rematch December 21st, 2025, 2 p.m.
ESPN Junior.
On Candlepin Bowling Network YouTube. Special guest commentator Mike Morin joins Greg Gouillart and myself at 2 p.m.
That'll be a blast.
2 men, 2 women. That's going to be a fun one.
Mike's a great guy. Should be awesome.
Woodside missed right, 1 of the 9. New England Flooring's got to get some marks. Down 44 right now, 2 marks each.
Central Park trying to maintain control here. All they have to do is not let it slip away. Pinning is big. Marks are bigger.
Woodside of 9, 71 through 7.
Gouillart is very steady up there. The premier anchor for the Hatchet Men for a long time.
Takes a 9, 73 through 7, 71 for Woodside. Back-to-back 9s. 44 pin lead, 373, 329. Central Park up 44, 2 hits each side.
We're also going to be monitoring the Academy Outlaw Rides match, or Academy Lucky Strike match, as Academy needs one game to clinch the top seed.
Yep. We'll get an update after the string is over. Greg joins the broadcast booth, and Grant and Duncan goes back to Bob Lee. For the Kingswood and A+ accounting, a big one there in Division 1. That has a lot in the line also.
Really, really excellent match. A lot more than here even. This one might be over after this first string.
Maria Subs, Team USA, 6 and 7, still have a chance. We'll update them as well.
They have a very good chance at that.
Woodside connects. They needed that one. Second spare of the string. A spare back in the third. 81 of the ball through 8 for New England Flooring. Fighting hard for their playoff lives.
Nothing like throwing an electric ball after having one get away. Taking out the 3 in the corner. And then delivering a nuke to spare it up.
One of ours He just missed the 8.
Couldn't have missed it by less. Even wiggled it.
I mean, New England Flooring was 14 and 34. They were out of it down near the bottom, and they've resurrected themselves. And that big miss by McGinty in that 9-pin drop, and missed it for a Paul Grant special. Lost that string by 4. Could have been 3 points behind, give him a better chance with 5 points. Well, but still tough odds here.
New England Flooring has a lot of talent on that team. It's surprising to see them on the ropes here, as they could have been an absolute powerhouse had things broken differently for them.
The rock star Aaron St. Cyr, where do we got the nickname from? Tim Soucy on the left. Aaron on a spare, as is Tim Soucy. 44-pin lead for Central 1. Now it's 3 marks to 2 for New England Flooring. Need a bunch more. Double strike would certainly help. Aaron slides right to left. It's a good ball. It's 8. Wood in front of the 4-7, double Wood. 77 through 6. Soucy hits 8 himself. He's got the same thing without Wood. One to the far right.
I like Aaron's better.
Yep, 77 through 6.
Although I say that, somehow, some way he's going to drill this and the 7-pin won't go.
Much needed spare here for the rock star. It's gone! Back to back, 3 in the string, 87 of the ball through 7. Soucy to answer. He does! He goes back to back. He's got 3 out of 4. 87 of the ball through 7. Central Park Lanes going for the sweep. New England for the win to sweep the 5th spot at least, and maybe 4th. Pending off Avon Valley Lane, Able Evolve Realty.
Yep.
Avon eliminated earlier. Avon a great start to the tournament. Fizzled out the last couple of days.
Tim Soucy holding serve there. Huge for Central Park, maintaining their 40-plus pin lead.
Aaron looking for a strike. Crosses over. The fill is 7. 3-7-10. 94 through 7 in the first of 3. But the first one is important. They got to win to stay alive or tie. Soucy's turn. Left side 5. 92 through 7. Lead is 42 for CPL in the yellow shirts. The green shirts.
Ball kind of sputtered out of his hands. Aaron's looking at this wood. He might be trying to spin this off the right-hand edge of it, catching it on the way with his backup ball into the 3-pin. Let's see where it goes.
Can he pull it apart? It's a good ball. He does!
Oh!
Wow! Nico highlight reel clocks the 7 last. He's got 3 in a row. 104 on the ball through 8 for Aaron St. Cyr. Soucy denied 3 in a row. In New England Flooring making a statement here, trying to come back.
All it takes is 1 to get the ball rolling. St. Cyr, 5 marks in this string so far. 104 in a ball is crazy work.
Soucy at 10, 102 through 8 on Candlepin Bowling Network.
No slouch himself, 4 marks in this one.
What a sport for any age. Nothing like it.
This is coming down a little close now all of a sudden with 14 to go. Academy Lanes threw an 1852, still lost 2. Crazy. P. Crawford rocks off the head pin. Is going to steal 7 though. Wood's going to roll up. Keith Beaupre rifles 7 on the first ball of the spare. Oh, what a shot, Pete Crawford. Beautiful spare conversion. Keith trying to cut it over, can't send anything. It's going to be a 9 fill.
Second spare the last period for Petey Pete. Trying to get his team in the win column. They needed to win.
He had a tough start to this one. Only a spare 3, the lone mark. Maybe he can get it going here. Big 10, Keith Beaupre to hold serve. 104 through 7.
He is a tsunami. Is that right? 51? Oh, that's because he had the big fill. That's right. 51, but 4 marks to none for New England Flooring. Potentially cut it in half or more. Petey Pete on the bonus. Head pin hit. 7. Left to right. 7, 8, 10. See if he can help with that wood. 71 through 7. Second spare of the string. Beaupre 1, 2, 4, 7. 4 horsemen left. We're at Fairlanes in Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada, 2025 ICC International Candlepin Championships Team Competition, round 11 of 11. The playoffs start tonight or later this afternoon after 4 p.m. local time, 3 o'clock Eastern, 4:30 Newfoundland time, give or take.
If Pete Crawford can move something around the deck and steal these 3, it's going to electrify the flooring team. No, chops it.
No, yeah.
That ball fizzled out.
That was a
skied over
tough shot.
everything. It was indeed. I think he was trying to catch more of the edge, one of the edges there.
Beaupre missed number 1.
Still almost got it anyways. That massive speed. A lot of momentum there.
Crawford wasn't there for an 8. Under par by 1, 79 through 8. Now he's getting the ball to go, actually. Thought he threw the ball. Couldn't see it.
Oh, no, he was looking at it.
Okay. And like I said, Ned, I predicted the future. My mouth's in the future, my brain's in the past. 79 through 8.
That was the announcer's curse right there, Paul.
Forward thinking. Beaupre at 10. Back-to-back 10s. 4 in the string. 114 through 8. It's a 46-pin lead for Central Park Lanes. 3 spares to none on this side. Quick update from Duncan, if you have one.
Yep, 3 marks to none, as Paul said. Mike McGinty trying to get it going here. He's at 64 in a ball. Matt Nichols at 62 with 1 mark on the board. Decent pinning from both bowlers after a tough first box from Mike McGinty. He's gone 6, spare 9, 10, 9, 10, and another spare. He needs a lot in order to keep New England flooring in this as we enter the final 12 boxes.
McGinty rolls right. It's a 6-back, -1. Bucket, bundle of 5. 8 behind the 2, 4 wiggles left. Meanwhile, the 1 falls behind. Not a head pin it. It's the 2, 5, 9. McGinty spare 5, 69 through 6.
Not a head pin hit for Matt Nichols, but a nice 3-pinner in the middle. Very weird 3-pinner. You don't see this one often.
McGinty way off. Buffalo
Matt
Nichols grabs 2.
Still off on the right, both bowlers. I've heard some people say they've been having trouble gripping the ball here and there.
India Candlepin for Cancer microfiber towel made by Kim Baker for Candlepin for Cancer. $5 will go to the charity.
Kim Baker, an excellent person. Great bowler in her own right, too.
McGinty ends up with a lazy 9, 78 through 7. First to 3. Nichols at games with a 10, 72 through 7. Third 10 of the string.
A lazy 9 and a thunderous 10.
455, 413. Central Park Lanes in the yellow shirts. A 42-pin lead, -2 spares. New England needs a lot more. They have to win to stay alive. They cannot afford to lose more than 1 point. McGinty looking for some magic. Goes right again. This time it's going to be 6 down, 4 to go. Wobbling 1, wobbling 2, wobbling 7, firm 9.
No magic for Nichols on his quarter pin, but I don't hate this wood for McGinty. If he can somehow carry the 9-pin off the head pin, he has a very good shot at this for all this wood to drive home.
For a spare, he grazed it barely.
Wow.
Too light.
I can't believe that.
Nichols, too full, 475. The setback leave in a sense. Actually, technically, the setback of the wood sits in the 4-7 or the 6-10.
That is interesting wood on it. He's going to try and get a 9 out of this.
Mike at 10, 88 through 8. 8's a wild, 8, 8, 8, 88 through 8. Nichols takes a 9, 81 through 8.
10 boxes to go. Everything coming up Central Park Lane's favor. As New England Flooring, not in the miracle zone yet, but certainly approaching it. Every mark huge for them, whereas Central Park, the dagger lurking on any ball coming up. Glenn Gill, 84 through 8. Nate Lee subbing in for, oh shoot, who's bowling?
That's Glenn Gill's up there right now.
I know.
Nate Lee's.
Who did he come in for?
Nate Lee's came in for,
Trying to remember. Ooh, big 9-drop. Glenn Gill on the head pin.
Tim Hazer.
Tim Hazer, thank you very much.
Gill plank in front of the 4.
Paul Grant, he has the stats, he has the voice, he has the call, he has everything. He has the charity, he has everything.
Gill a spare.
Gill has a spare.
Everything going Central Park's lane's way.
Everything but a ball in hand. That belongs to Glenn Gill. Nate trying to make a miracle shot right here. 5, 6, 7, 10. Plows 2.
Time is running out for New England's Flooring playoff hopes.
Yep.
But you got to give them credit. They didn't give up. They fought. As Nate Lee's a 9, just 80 through 9. Remember, they were 14 and 34. Coming in this match, they're 37 and 43. That's a pretty good turnaround.
Glenn Gill with another mark here will put New England Flooring into the miracle zone. They would essentially need to mark out. Can this be the dagger? Glenn, it's on the head pin. It's a huge strike. Glenn Gill, a monster ball.
That could be the strike that makes it happen. 104 through 9, 114 plus 2 of the 10, taking the wind out of the sails. New England Flooring's playoff hopes. And they're in the miracle zone now by Greg Gouillart standards. Still time, but need a lot.
They need marks. There's no pinning is going to do, and that won't help. Nate Lees gets by, and a huge swing for Central Park Lanes. And a 9 for Nate Lees. 89. All scores confirmed accurate by Greg Gouillart. We are here with a 53-pin lead for Central Park, with 1 strike to fill here and 8 boxes to go after.
I mean, 23-9, New England Flooring's last 4 matches. Good for them. They didn't give up.
No, they did not.
They didn't pack it in. They didn't chuck balls away.
Nope. It's the Worlds. You have to care the whole time. Even if you're not in it, you can play spoiler. New England Flooring found their way back into contention.
Gill, almost another one.
Big
8 and a
8
strike.
Gill.
122 first string for Glenn Gill. 38 the last 2 and a commanding lead.
61 now, and you have to think that would.
That looks pretty safe right now. The
New
mark
England
situation is 2-0 for New England Flooring. That's the good news. They got to get some double strikes. Couple to have a chance.
It's either double strikes or all the marks. If New England Flooring gets every single mark and CPL gets none. But those are the 2 caveats here.
Some big 20s would certainly help. Ed Woodside, the veteran bowler, in the pocket. It's 9. Big break. 7 pin for a spare. Wood, get out of the way, he says. The good thing about the flat channel is they move away quickly. Preventing the roadblock. Got to get it. 20 yards, 2 in the 10. Central Park Lanes.
Woodside has to have it. No!
Oh, it hurts.
2 missed opportunities late for Ed Woodside and Nate Lees are going to bury New England Flooring. As the wood's no good for Woodside, it is for Winiars with a 10.
In quicksand is New England Flooring down 53.
Many missed opportunities here.
7 box to go. 2 spares to none. 1 spare to none. They need a lot. Winiars helping CPL with 8. 4 in the 7. Woodside slides just 5.
Is this the dagger right here?
We could be switching possibly to Drywall Concepts, Birchall Siding, depending what happens there. Because they're fighting for Fenway Academy.
Winiars spares.
That is a dagger. Another one. A second dagger, you could say. 103 and a ball in the 10th. Greg Gouillart will do the play-by-play in the second string. Duncan will join Bob Lee in the other stream with Kingswood Bulletproof, A+ accounting, fighting for playoff positioning. And one could be bounced out because Maria Subs is bowling the 12 seed, Grafton Flooring. If they split 4 and 4, so Maria Subs could sneak in possibly. Maria Subs has the pinfall in Canada 5 too. Canada 5 loses all 8. All right, thank you, Duncan. Great job.
And hello, and thank you,
Hello,
Duncan.
Hello, Duncan.
Hello, Paul. I'm Greg. Now you know. I got, exactly what I'm fixing up right now.
That was last match.
Exactly.
All right, here we go. 6 boxes left. Tim Susi, a former 134, 135 league bowler in Western Massachusetts. 102 through 8. Aaron St. Cyr, 104 and a ball. They need strikes galore to pull this off, down 54. Glenn Gill's team trying to clinch it here. Susi at Moncton and Fairlanes, New Brunswick, Canada. Crosses over 5, the bucket shot.
And is there a 9-pin back there or no?
There's 9 back there, yep. St. Cyr only 3 on the fill. 107, they're down 51 and down a mark.
Winiars feel I
That's
didn't enter in.
it's gone.
Yeah.
No script for Central
Stand
Park.
by. I'll get that.
And St. Cyr doesn't get to go, and now this is definitely not looking good. Central Park hot out of the gate. Took control early, have not let up. They've added to the lead. And they add more. Well, they matched the box to 9. 116 for Aaron, 111 for Tim Susi. 5 box to go. Central Park Lens can celebrate if they can hang on. It's a 56-pin lead with no marks on the board. This is beyond miracle zone, Greg.
Probably so. Just making sure I got everything correct, but it looks like it is.
We did see a triple strike yesterday for one team to beat Maria Subs in the last 2 boxes, down 24. Win it. But now that's going to be in trouble now. 9 to the 10 for Susie. He's got favorable wood. This could seal the deal for sure. He does. Spare. 121 on the ball. CPL looking good for the playoffs. And a nice spare for Aaron St. Cyr. 126 on the ball in the 10th. 4th ball is up next. 56 pin lead for Central Park Lanes. They can taste it. But they have a tough first round playoff. They'll have to cross the pond, you could say, the left room, to take on either Fenway Academy, Kingswood Bulletproof, Canada 5, Maria Subs, or Team USA. We don't know yet. The fill is 8, maybe 9. It's 8. 129 for Tim Susi. St. Cyr, he gets 6. Nice string, 132. 4 box to go. Central Park in command, 58 pins. You think even if it's all strikes, it may not be enough. We may switch over to lane 11 and 12 for Huff Powers, but I think they're winning big against Birchall Siding, I believe.
Yes, they were looking good at last check.
And if they win, they'll have 60 points. Fenway could still catch them if they win outright and Drywall loses. So we're probably going to switch over to 11 and 12. That's the only thing that really matters right now. As Keith Beaupre wrapping up his last 2 boxes. And half was to right, half was to left. And Central Park Lanes is going to go to the playoffs. Tim Susi, a deep sigh of relief. Greg, do you have this when the last time they were in the playoffs in the World's Central Park Lanes by any chance?
Not offhand.
Crawford Jr. is 7, 85, 86 through 9. 3 blocks to go. Keith Beaupre, 3 10s in a row, 5 in the string. The Tsunami, 124 through 9. 3 blocks to go. Disappointing finish in New England Flooring. Great rally down the stretch. Just falling short. PDP had 6 strikes in a row. A couple years ago in Millis, 227 single. Not going to get it here. Beaupre leads up the 9. Central Park Lanes on to the playoffs. Now the question is, can they get to number 4 against Able Evolve Realty? I'll get the update after Greg takes over the second string.
Keith Beaupre, 134 and a perfect game. All the pins knocked down.
Good for him. Crawford 8, 94 finish. 2 blocks to go. Central Park Lanes has clinched it. They're into the playoffs as the 5th seed. Outside chance to the 4th. After we get the update on 11 and 12, we'll switch over to Huff Power Sports, Birchall Siding. We will check this. I will check the standing once I get the lines for Greg.
'63, it is mathematical, as Paul mentions.
All right, I'm going to start getting the lineups here if you don't mind, and I'll let you be.
Sure.
Actually, they're still bowling the second string anyway. You can take over, though.
Yeah. Absolutely. Central Park Lanes will make it to the last match of today. Cut shot here from McGinty. Audio is working here. Duncan, what do you have for us?
Drywall Concepts is down 22 in their string right now. So they're in miracle territory with 6 boxes left. They're going to need a couple of big ones. But now the left division gets crazier. Drywall Concepts down. I'll figure out Fenway Academy soon. Kingswood Bulletproof also down to A+ accounting. Maria's seems to be in control against Grapham.
Well, now I don't know what to make of anything. Thank you for the update. Nichols in his last one doesn't get a hammer here. Well, isn't that interesting? 9-pin drop. We may pull an audible here. I don't know, folks. There is some intrigue for Central Park Lanes, but The big question of the day has been answered. Will they make it to the playoffs? Yes. 10 box and 10. For now, I will assume we have the call of this. But 2 points to Central Park Lanes, and that will do it. You mentally add it on, and you can now see that New England Flooring cannot catch and cannot overtake from 6th to 5th. McGinty, both sides spared in that. I beg your pardon. The fill is 7 for Nichols. And is that going to get down in the back there? Down and back. 7 fill, 114 that should be. That's better. Okay. It should be a 600 on the dot if I understand correctly. 600 there. And 537. Yes, that score is confirmed. We'll go back to the top here to see. So those are the 2 clinching points for Central Park Lanes. Duncan, it's very tempting to want to pull an audible and go over to the left string, but for now, I'll assume we carry on coverage here. Find Paul and see if he wants to switch it up here because...
I'll find him in a bit. Meanwhile, Josh Shaley just threw a double strike in the 9th and 10th with a 20 bucks on the end, 29 and 20. Now Academy up in a tight one against Lucky Strike. Academy needing 2 points to clinch the first seed and the 2-round bye.
All righty. Any 2 points for Academy will do it. Otherwise, Exeter can run it down. Yeah. Let's stay with this match for now. We'll decide in a sec if we decide to pivot on over. Drywall Concepts 5 ahead of Fenway Academy for first place. Avon Valley just concluded their match, or their first string, I beg your pardon. It's Bears Road Bolorama. Lee's in the first string, swapped out. Takes out just the 1. Tough break for New England Flooring there. They were so amped up after that first one, and unfortunately just not to be. Eight box and a 9, and as soon as Glenn arrives back on the scene, he will be playoffs bound with his team. Mike McGinty alongside. Is your lineup remaining the same by any chance? Good effort out there, you guys. Those 6 points were so big out there earlier. Very sorry to see your season end like this, but worth the trip. Yeah.
These guys are awesome. Love these guys. You know, we battled, had a couple tough games, but that's bowling. That's Candlepin bowling for you.
I think the most interesting one was Ed Woodside. I think he's near the end of his career on the other hand, but he seemed as fired up as any of you guys down there.
This is the last World, so I've been told that Eddie's going to bowl, so I obviously had to make the trip for that. Absolutely. He's been great all week. Anytime I've ever bowled with Eddie, dude's been awesome. I'd bowl with him a million times again.
I assume you're in no hurry to move back from upstate New York, but very glad to hear. Hope things are going well up there as well.
Absolutely.
You and Heaven doing well?
Yes, absolutely.
And wonderful. So have you been doing anything comparable to this, even like golf sometimes, or just you're just right back in the saddle? And
I definitely golf. I golf quite a bit, but this is like riding a bike. It's just a couple boxes it hurts, and then, just push through it.
Fantastic. Well, I'll let you get back with the boys there, but thank you so much for taking the time.
I want to apologize to my mother. She's disappointed that I only threw 114. Sorry, Carol.
Oh, Carol.
Poor Carol and Joe.
Is she hard on you? No, I don't need to pry on that.
No, they're great. I wish they were here.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Greg.
Thank you, Mike. Mike McGinty. The gracious interviewee after a tough season for New England Flooring. Woodside gets just wide on this one. And a strike for, hang on, that's not Chris Winiar's out there. Who have we? Now just 3 and 2. I feel like I should be able to work this out. I'm mostly sure, but I don't want to say the wrong name. It looks it. T.O. Tyler O'Brien, of course. He gets that one. He'll start with 18 on his strike fill. Coordinating with my team as we see Aaron St. Cyr. And good old C-, Corrado Pani over yonder. He gets in there. He did very well in the singles, it should be noted, but not bowling a lot this time around. But he'll get some action here as Tim Soucy gets a well-deserved rest. And 5-pin will not go into the 10. 7-pin tips over, does not go. $10 for St. Cyr and $9 for Pani. Hit here, but a setback leave. Finally got everything entered in here. Thank you for your patience. 1 and 8 for Pani. 5, 6, and 10. St. Cyr. Setback wood just doesn't do anybody any good any time, so he leaves just the 5-pin. Great to see you all here. Pete, what are you doing here? Good to see you. Hello, Eric, and wherever you've put Candlepin Bowling Network on. Yes, we're Candlepin Bowling Network. If you don't want to cram into a bar to watch Candlepin, you don't have to. You can just go on your own device. Candlepin Bowling Network, especially if they've got the wrong sport on the TV there. You can check us out on Facebook and on YouTube. We're always live on YouTube and oftentimes on Facebook as well. Dave Hodge Malahan comes back. And we're going to... no. Would you like...
Are we panning left? Yeah, left. Yeah, do it. All right, yes, do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have decided to flex left to 11 and 12. What?
What's the last string? He's going to get everything. Okay, hold on. He's going to get totals from last string. We'll try and catch you up on this one.
All right, stand by, folks. We're going to...
Right now, I'll hop out if you need later.
We're going to go over to the other match right here in just a moment. Stand by. We are transitioning. We're calling an audible here. Drywall Concepts. Now that Central Park Lanes has answered the big question of the day, who will be that final right division team? Let's see if we can put the standings here anyway. And then that's very helpful as well.
All right, we're switching over on the fly. Drywall Concepts lost the first string. That's good news for Fenway Academy, but they're 5 behind coming in. So extended coverage here now. We switch over our flex schedule the last round of the tournament before the playoffs start later this afternoon on a separate broadcast. Number 1, Drywall Concepts, Birchall Siding out of the running, but they've been competitive. They beat some teams and some sweeps including. But they fell short at the end. Yesterday at the end and today. But they're not going to let down. And they did in the first. They won the first. It was close. 582 to 576. 6-pin win. That order is not. I'll check the order of the lineup here. That's not correct, the order of the lineup. I'll check that in a minute.
Of course. Stand by, folks. Still making the transition here. Match number 11 will now feature Birchall Siding and Drywall Concepts, our number 1 seed in the left division. Duncan reported Birchall is winning the last one, which would be very handy for Fenway Academy, who would love to usurp the points for the first place bye. That's now the big one. Academy Lanes with a singular point against Lucky Strike. Will even literally tying a string would clinch first place in the right division. That's proving to be more of an anticlimax, so feeling a little less bad that we weren't able to turn the cameras, but hey, maybe we'll see them in the right division semifinal. Now that would be something. Confirmation will come up in just a moment. As I shamelessly steal Paul's phone and try and enter some statistics for you. Birchall Siding, yes, Birchall Siding won the last one. That disappoints Drywall Concepts, who are 5 ahead of Fenway Academy, therefore needing 4 points, literally just a split. The good news, it was a 6-pin victory, I do believe. 21-37, 66, yes. 582 to 576. That Austin Barnes 133 instrumental in keeping them in it. Chris Hollett is 129 for Birchall, turning back the clock and showing you why he's been a force in Worlds for a while now. We'll confirm lineups in just a moment. Paul Grant just off camera is confirming everything now. But lanes 11 and 12 will get started there in just a moment. Sorry.
All right, Greg, I have the lineups for you here.
Thank you very much.
All right, for Birchall Siding, they're on the right, correct? No, they're on the left.
They are, but I'm going to also just black and blue are right there. I'm just going to go with
Josh George leads off for them. Josh George.
Stand by. Sorry. There we go.
Chris Hollett, 2 L's, 2 T's. No E at the end.
All right, so
Chris
Hollett, of course, their high performer in the last string I saw.
Freddie with an IE, Toffelmeyer, Tofflemire. Freddie Toff.
Yeah,
Freddie Toffelmeyer.
I stole your phone. Ha.
Troy Dunphy, DUN, as in Nebraska, my football team, PHY. And BJ Hamilton. For Drywall Concepts, who lost the first string, Jeff Lapierre leads off.
Stand by. Josh George, Jeff Lapierre.
Richard Beveridge Jr. bowls second. Austin Barnes. Mark with a K. Weber with 2 B's.
Sorry.
Right.
Beveridge Jr.
Austin Barnes.
Oh, for heaven's sake. There we go.
Mark Weber.
Austin Barnes, Mark Weber with 2 B's, of course.
And Kai's Kingdom, Kai Hunt. K-A-I, Kai Hunt. Sensational ball at Newport Entertainment Center, Newport, Maine. That's a fast house. Fastest in Maine for sure.
Yep. Then I can punch in the scores for them as well in the last one.
I'll get an updated copy for you too, Greg, afterwards. Then after you all I'll go around and get the other scores. I'm going to just focus on the key matches that affect the wild card. The ones that don't affect, I'm not going to bother with those.
Sure. 104 here, 116 for Toffelmeyer. Freeze Pains. And then we'll get a score update, and then we'll be back. Sometimes it just takes a little bit to get everything calibrated. And I regret any resulting delay. LaPierre got 110. So yeah, 104 George, 129 Hollett, 116 Toffelmeyer, 117 Dunphy, 116 Hamilton. A lot of 110s here. 110 for LaPierre. Beveridge is swapped in, so I'll give the score to the person who was switched out, which must be the Mark Carrier 100. Austin Barnes had the 133. That was the powerhouse there. Mark Weber, 114. And Kai Hunt, 119. Okay.
I need the scores for the second string.
Second string scores I'll get in a second here, unless one of us wants to take a photo, but
I'll take a photo for you.
thank you very much. And then it's just a question of switching it around. That's from the first string. There you see the scores on screen. Just a lot of 110s all around, and that's basically that. And the Chris Hall at 129 matches that pretty darn well. This spare made for B.J. Hamilton. Kai Hunt opposite it with a mark. Spares for each in this first box.
Extra lane, 612 to 605 over Academy. They stay alive for that number one seed. Josh Daly threw a 166 losing cause. 612, 605. Extra lane stays alive.
Seven fill for Hamilton on the spare. I'll take this away. The graphics are a bit confusing at the moment. Working on confirmation. Getting the scores as fast as I can for all y'all. $10 and 8 plus 10 to Hamilton. As Josh George and Jeff LaPierre get back on up. Oh, man, that was smashed down. Josh George with the strike in the third. Spare chance for Jeff LaPierre. No. 2 and 4 remain. And a 9 box. Spare 4 and a spare for Barnes. Spare 7 and a 10 for Weber, so the marks are coming here. Then, Josh George had a 9 and a 10. Looks like Freddie Toffelmeyer had the lone spares until B.J. Hamilton and Josh George threw some of their own. Hollett a 9 and a 10. This is on a strike for George. He gets the 1, 3, and 7. And a 10 and an 8. Kind fill for George on the strike as he does not convert. We're just about there, finally. $10 and $10, and now let's bring the scoreboard up as we go over to Hollett and Beveridge. There we go. Can I pan this a little left while allowing us all to get a good view? Not that. Oh, that's not the idea. Ooh, it's tricky. I think that'll be okay. What a close string we got here. 4 pins taken out for Beveridge Jr. Hollett. 1, 2, 7, 10. No, 7 pins going to tip over. So that's all the scores calculated in. I'm good with the scores. Thank you very much. Beveridge Jr. takes 8. And Hollett takes 9 for the extra pin. Multi-time singles champion Chris Hollett, that is. And I got to expand the scoreboard as well to show you total, which was a fairly close one as well. Just 16 pins apart. Music, Beveridge. No, chop the object pin. Spread eagle try for Hollett. Got the left wing of it. And a 10 for Beveridge Jr. I'll update the title as soon as I get a chance. Hollett does very well to complete a 10 box out of that. And he's only left 2 pins standing. Beveridge Jr. trying to get engine number 2 going. That feels like a common refrain among everyone. Maybe the airline pilots have perked up their ears. Academy versus Lucky is over yonder. The thing is, if Academy takes just 1 point, they do lock it up. But what a compelling matchup that is, that maybe, just maybe, we'll see come semifinals time. But Melanie, you're absolutely right. That's a formidable match in progress over there. Toffelmeyer takes 2 extra on Barnes on the spare fill. He does not get it across. $10 and $10. Ed Pin, wow, splatters in there for Barnes. Thought he got more action on the ball than that. Freddie's got the 10 pin alone. $5 and $7 split. Depends on where the ball goes. And if it just glances away instead of driving through, unfortunately not a whole lot you can do. For a mark, spares. Hoffenmeyer gets it. Birchall's siding, essentially firmly in the role of spoiler, showing you why they belong on the world stage. 9 box for Barnes. We're here at Fairlanes Bowling Center in Moncton, New Brunswick. My name is Greg Gouillart, bringing you match 11 of 11 coverage before the first round of playoffs, which will start as soon as the bracket is locked in. And then we'll probably just take whatever match comes on lanes 13 and 14 and just feature that. The finals will be on 13 and 14, and we greatly appreciate all the organizers and Fairlanes Bowling Center for arranging that. Both balls word on the first one. Dunphy's got 4 horsemen, 5, 7, and 9. Another 5 pins to 1-3-5-8-9. Question of pins for either side. In that first match, oh, that's right, I didn't get the exact scores. Marks are even in this one. I didn't get the exact statistics. 10 versus 9 as Dunphy does very well with that third ball. Locked in a pinning duel at the moment. Dunphy, 4 horsemen left. So the match is bogged down just a little bit right here. Burchell's siding taking the first 2 points. Paul is looking around for standings right now, and that's why he's out and about right now. He'll come back here in a moment, and we'll be able to update us accordingly. Weber clears out a very unlikely 3 and manages to get an 8 box. Troy can gain, yes, 1 pin to Burchell siding. Drywall Concepts, owned by Mark Carrier. Also co-sponsored by Huff Power Sports. Matt Huff, Vanessa Huff, proud owners. Spread eagle for Hunt. Sorry, we don't pay the bonus money if there's wood on the plate. Only a clean spread eagle for a spare on our featured pair of lanes. Pete Crawford Jr.'s already hit that pot. $25 US for that. Hamilton. Bundle of 5. Just takes out 3. Now, Lucky Strike was winning that first string at last check when I wandered on over there. We'll see if that held. They've just completed string 1, and that's going to be part of Paul Grant's updates as soon as he gets a chance. Nine and 8. In a normal league day, I would be very careful about hitting the opponent's button. But quite clearly, everyone had an understanding of the situation there, and the ball was clearly not going. Just if there's any specter of possibility that the opponent may complain if you reset their lane, tend to avoid doing it. But in this case, with the buttons up front, it's very much a Moncton reset here. The buttons are both up front. It's similar to, the other Canadian host of the Worlds we've seen before. This wood is rolling back, by the way. Does Hunt take this one? That is wiggling like crazy there. Like a 5-year-old's loose tooth. Hamilton spares. Hunt picks up the $1 under the pillow, and he gets a 10 box. $223 to $217 right now with an extra mark in hand. Drywall Concept dried up on marks. It was 3 for Burchell siding in that last pair of boxes. Ball's going back and forth here and feverishly trying to get some standings. And we'll see here. I wish you hadn't put that there specifically, but it's okay.
You got it. Lesson learned.
No worries.
All right, we got updates when you're ready.
Yes, please. I think we're all keen.
Give me 1 second here. Just
sure.
Reading glasses on. I can't see this. I can see fine, just not the small print.
Josh George picks this up for the spare. LaPierre dastardly split, but he doesn't get it. So yet again, a gainer for Burchell siding as Drywall Concepts desperately searching for a mark here, and they have now had 13 straight boxes without a mark. And now it's over to Drywall to try and make that up as Burchell siding is stacking the bonuses. 8 pins, but you see the 3 open marks, the yellow numbers and the Canadian smudges. You know where to look on the right side of the scoreboard.
All right, we got updates, Greg, as soon as you're ready.
Yes, please. I said yes.
Okay, let's see. Fenway Academy, 596, 499 of a Mass Age. A big lead by 97 after one string. A 134 from Tim Jim and Jalbert, 128 from Joe Smith. 111 led by Troy Fournier from Mass Age. Fenway Academy up 2-0. And with Drywall Concepts losing, they're only 3 behind in the standings for points.
Spare missed here, so Birchall sighting 10 boxes. The drought continues unless this wood is going to take it. Same thing as Huntsleeve. LaPierre cannot get that extra 4-pin to go.
Okay, big match here. Kingswood Bulletproof, A+ accounting. A+ accounting, 617. Kingswood Bulletproof, 578. A 39-pin win for A+ accounting. That's good news for them. They were 5th coming in. They're now 48. Canada 5 lost to Wreck and Roll. They're at 48 also in 34, tied with A+. And A+ has the pinning advantage. Now A+ technically is in 4th. Canada 5 in 5th. Maria Subs won their string against Grafton Flooring. They're at 44 points. They're still in the running. We'll need some help in some wins.
Maria's over Grafton Flooring. Got it. Headpin spills out everything. And a strike for Beveridge Jr.
A+ accounting, Nate LeBlanc.
And maybe the substitute has helped out the team from Maine.
Correction, Matt Harnett, a 139, 129 from Justin Corkum. For Kingswood Bulletproof, a 140 from Sean Duthright. A+ of 2-0 in that crucial match for playoff positioning or the playoffs overall. Canada 5 lost 572 to 562 by Stars and Strikes by 10 pins. A 120 from Andrew Murphy. A 133 from Russ Neely Jr.
Headpin plop. Hollett gets a 6-pin drop and splits it up. Beveridge looking for more. No, just the 5-7-8.
Maria Subs does their job. 563, 530 over Grafton Flooring, the 12th seed. Maria Subs fighting for their playoff lives. 126 from Aaron Spiller. John Winchell, 121. They're on the outside looking in right now at 44 points. Grafton Flooring, 126 from Ryan Grafton, 122 from Jeff Bugia.
Puzzling non-fill on the strike there, but a 10 box for Hollett. Beveridge probably just let it drop out of his hand here. Let's see. Right for the button, and it's 24 for the pair and a 4-pin pickup after that strike.
Team USA on the outside looking with Maria Subs. Tied with Maria Subs coming in 4 behind. Win the first, 557, 520 with Wrecking Ball. So I made a mistake. Wrecking Ball bowls Team USA, not Canada 5. So Team USA 557, 521 at Wrecking Ball by 36.
So 2-0 for them. Team
2-0
USA.
for Team USA. They get Smith 44 points from Maria Subs. Maria has the pinfall on them by a couple hundred. Corey Leeson, Mr. Candlepin Corner, free to subscribe on YouTube. Candlepin Corner on YouTube at a 120. Wreck and Roll at 121 by Brian Bernacchi's.
7 Phil Toffelmeyer, no go. Barnes has a single pin right there. Double wood, actually, it's good. 3 marks for him as he continues to be Drywall's best. Pin perfect is Toffelmeyer through the first 5, 71 half.
Able Evolve Realty in a fight now with Central Park Lanes, who clinched earlier, the 5th spot. They could get to 4th. Hatchman beat them 550 to 536 by 14. The Hatchman playing spoiler. They've been doing well lately. They're up to 30 points. After a tough start, Able Evolve Realty down 2-0 in that match. They're the 4th seed coming in. They've clinched the spot nonetheless. It's a question of 4th or 5th. Able Evolve Realty led by a 116 by Glenn Murphy, 115 Billy Gillis. The Hatcheman, a 119 from Dimitri Dellis to lead his team.
Ooh, wood falls behind from Toffelmeyer.
You know, we're just doing scores that affect the playoff positioning only.
Birchall gets another mark here, and yet again, Drywall Concepts getting some serious competition from a team that mathematically has a route in, although I'm not sure about tiebreaker. A+ Accounting took their 2 as well. Actually, no, sorry. They needed to gain 8. That's going to be it for Birchall Siding, unfortunately, because A-plus Accounting took their 2 as well.
All right, Harry's All-Stars loses to Outlaw Rides. Outlaw Rides clinches the 3 seed. They will have to travel. They will stay here in this room, actually, the right side. They clinched number 3 today, but winning the first string 586-538 over Harry's All-Stars. Harry's All-Stars, Chris Parkinson at 121. Outlaw Rides, Brandon Romart came back strong with a 150 first string to lead his team to victory. Outlaw Rides clinches number 3, cannot get up further, cannot go down further.
I don't think I'm not certain I scored Barnes is correct, but I will verify that as soon as possible.
Drywall Concepts, we said, lost the first here, 582 to 576. They're up 3 on Fenway Academy right now, but only down 6 in total to Birchall Siding, trying to play spoiler. They've been great, but they're 40 now, 40 and 42. Birchall's trying to get to above 500 today.
Wow, that wood tangled up there for Weber. It just doesn't go.
Austin Barnes for Drywall Concepts at 133. Mark Carrier 120 for Birchall Siding. 129 from Chris Hollett.
Ten and 9.
Central Park Lanes, we covered earlier, they clinched over New England Flooring. They won their first 600 to 537. They clinched the playoff spot. They're trying to get to 4th now. More in a minute.
So Detritus to clean up there on the left lane. So right division, I'm a little in the dark here. You haven't called out much, have you, or am I?
Yeah, I've got it right now. Central Park Lanes won the first. They got 44 points. They have one
Of
now
course.
behind Able Evolve Realty. Let's see. So Central Park had that 134 from Keith Beaupre, 129 from Tin Susie, 122 from Glenn Gill. For New England Florida, losing cause, Aaron St. Cyr, the rock star, 132. New England Florida eliminated, as is Bears Row Bolorama.
Dunphy's try. 210 collects. And he's on the board as well. Hollett's been pinning well, and everyone else's marks. Weber in a chance here with a single pin. Rocks and delivers, and drills it in response. 17 pins plus for Birchall Siding against the current number 1 in the left division.
Okay, we mentioned extra lanes, Lucky Strike, 612, 605 over Academy Lanes. They're still in
Whoa.
contention, number 1 seed.
Okay.
Josh Shelley had that 166 first. Danny Harris a 122, not enough, 7-pin deficit. Only a 3rd string loss. They've lost 2 strings today after losing 1 the first 3 days. A 135 from Joey Lister, the freight train. Jimbo Aon a 129. Joey Lister, one of the best averages in the tournament so far.
Hamilton a 9 drop.
So that puts extra 5 behind. They must win 7 points. They do have the tiebreaker if they get 7. 7 or 8 gets them in. Academy Lane 76 and 6. Lucky Strike 71 and 11 up to date.
Down it goes. And the 7-pin not taken out. And the 10 now for Hunt. 52 at the half.
And we mentioned Able Evolve Realty lost to Hatchman 550 to 536, which puts Central Park 1 behind Able Evolve Realty.
Thank you to Fairlanes Bowling for updating the standings so frequently on their Facebook page.
And that gets you up to date on all the scores.
And they've just dropped as well here. I'm just seeing on Fairlanes Bowling, so I'll be able to update that and cross-reference accordingly. Or no, sorry, we have those, and then I need the rest.
Do you need to check scores for you at all?
Outlaw Rides, did you get to see
Yes,
what?
they won 2-0. They clinched 3rd place.
Okay.
54 and 28. They clinched. Able Evolve Realty losing the first string. They had 45 points. Central Park at 44.
Whew.
The ones we covered this first string. We'll catch an eye on them soon. They're in their 7th and 8th blocks. I'll be roving around the final 2 strings to check out standings.
And Bayers Road I missed as well, excuse me.
I didn't get them because they're not in the playoff position. They're out of the playoffs.
That is right. Central Park just took. That's right.
Right. So you can delete that if you want. I'm just trying to keep the teams in the running.
Yeah, away they go, unfortunately.
New England Flooring goes away too, unfortunately. They've been eliminated.
8, 9, and 4 for, wow, already. 9 bucks. And yes, that's right. With 43 and Central Park is 44, we have our 5 playoff teams.
Question of Able Evolve Central flip-flopping 4th and 5. 1 and 2, not definite yet. 3 is locked up. All the rides can't do any better, any worse. They're locked in at 3. Team USA still in the hunt. Will need some wins and some help. So up to date, Drywall 58, Fenway 55, Kingswood still at 49, Canada 5 still at 48, A Plus at 48. And A Plus has the pinfall, so A Plus right now is in 4th place. Canada 5 is in 5th. And Maria's won, so they got 44. Team USA won, they got 44. Team USA that loses the tiebreaker to Maria's on total pinfall by a couple hundred pins. So they got to jump up somehow, get 8 points, and hope for Canada 5 to lose outright, or Kingswood to lose the rest of the way to get in.
This is wild. Total just keeps drifting more and more as now Josh George has dumped another mark here. What is happening here? Virtual Sighting is tearing it up right now. 3 marks from George, 4 from Toffelmeyer, 1 from Dunphy, 2 from Hamilton, 10 marks already. A great string working here. Now the fill is 2, and finally the momentum stops up a bit. Three and 2, cut across. Doesn't take it all. Rolling wood again, same situation. There's a conga line coming, interestingly, but it's just going to loiter about, and the police are going to tell them to move along. People should be allowed to loiter a little more than that. I mean, come on. Can't we just sit and exist in a space? I like here, you can just kind of mill about here at Fairlanes and just meander about as long as you leave the passageway's clear. You've got 12 matches if you're in the Moncton area, and you can just sidle up to one. But of course, there's not room for absolutely everyone, so great to have you all joining virtually as well. Then you can come and go truly as you please. 40 pins plus an extra for Birchall Siding. Now the pin's uncooperative here. Hollett. Mixing. Birchall Siding, who have lost their chance at the playoffs right now. Drywall Concepts in. But might they get effectively taken out here by an evidently very good team? Maybe just not getting those extra pins they'd expect. And a lot of 120s averages around the field. But again, 2-pin swing here. Fenway Academy closed the gap to 3 points. Total is now starting to get way out of hand here. Head pin hit. And this is very bad that Total and Game are out of hand, because then Drywall Concepts loses control of their destiny if they do not snag 4 points here. Good for Beveridge. 2 and 1. Here it comes. And gets it. And both will mark. Very interested spectators looking on. Glad to have you. Thank you for coming by. Barnes here. 42 pins. And the 3, 6, and 10. 4 horsemen in the 9-pin for Toffelmeyer. Oh, yeah? Very nice. Got him a little cropped out there, but hey, great to have him here. 1, 2, and 4. Oh, 7-pin tips out. And no mark made. Did you expect a match like this? The tempo's quickened up, obviously. 9 and 8. That's interesting. That first seed is so powerful. If you get that, that is a 2-round excuse from the next round. Now, there's a cynic's theory of maybe a team doesn't want the rest. Obviously, it worked for the Los Angeles Dodgers, sorry. And the Blue Jays broke my heart too, and I'm a Red Sox fan, go figure. But maybe they just want to bowl more? As it is, Fenway Academy would bowl 2 matches, but there's $10K on the line for the winning team, of course. That can't be right. I think just somehow the range has been lost, and that's just the way it is. No marks here. Barnes did get his 3 marks, all 14 boxes. I may have misscored one, admittedly, but he'll take a 10 versus a 9. Fenway Academy have closed the gap to 3. They need to find, of course, 3 points to challenge here. If that persists, Fenway Academy has higher pinfall than Drywall Concepts, at least coming into today at last check. That's another reason why every pin matters going down the stretch, because tiebreaker is pinfall, even for the vital places. Remember, we think about mixed internationals where if there's a tie, there's a 1-string showdown. Exeter and the same sponsored team called Huff Power Sports. Weber gets a spare. Dunphy cannot somehow hit it 2 full. Thought that wasn't even possible. But here, it's simply tie broken by pinfall. I guess we wouldn't have much time otherwise. Also considering that overtime is possible in the final match. I tried to get a copy of the rule sheet but didn't see it there. I only know the payouts where it's 10K for first. Headpin takes out the 9-pin, and Weber has struck. Dunphy can equalize with the 7-pin. Strike on spare, and signs of life from Drywall Concepts as they try to get back into this. 7-pin. What's most noteworthy about this match is that the tempo is much quicker than other matches we've seen. The focus being on the pins. Corner pin covered. So this one's flying by, all told. When I do the box 8 score check, I'm going to have to hustle my bustle down there, aren't I? B.J. Hamilton and Kai Hunt. My name is Greg Gouillart, with Paul Grant and Duncan MacDougall and Bob Lee, roaming about in the field, seeking updates wherever we may go. On to 9 drop. 36 pins down. Hamilton's got 3 marks. Misses on this one and has got a toughie. His ball probably passed through the 9-10 gap and resulted in this. Single pin drilled. Hunt, after a rough previous box, will make his mark. Hamilton chisels the 2-pin. That's the worst one to take out, which is harsh to say. It means he was not far off his object at all, but now tradition says you go for the biggest bunch, but I wouldn't fault him going right at this head pin. Trying to make a cut, and unfortunately drives it back for 6. 4 pins to Drywall Concepts, 32 minus a mark. Some flurry this would be. I will be sure to score check in a matter of moments. Oh, Kevin Burns and Nico Pujar, of course. They're working remotely. Off-air talent matters too. And we appreciate all you do. And pin, whoa, where'd the ball go on that one? Still manages 8. Hunt has the 9-10. I would advise against turning the wood too much. He wants it to go straight back and zip in. With his power, he can keep it straight. It's a good one. Spare. 84 in a ball, and Drywall Concepts is starting to feel it now. They have marks in their last 4. Hamilton's got 1, and Birchall's Siding has 2 marks in the same time span. We'll go back. George starts with 4. LaPierre, 2-pin. Tapped by the wood. He's trying to keep the mark chain going for Drywall Concepts. I've got scores. I'll cross-verify as fast as I can. This is wide. Could create a pinning problem. Good. LaPierre spares. And it's opposite 6. Look at this. The pinning tilting the other direction. I show all, and a strike for George. LaPierre spares, then gets 8 on it. Marks again in response to the George strike. All scores unofficial until I do it. Barnes has 1 too high, and a strike again. George has struck twice in the 10th. Great news for Birchall Siding as they try to stabilize this very volatile lead. LaPierre settles for 4. And will go again in number 10. A match that suddenly went back and forth at the end there. Now Birchall appears to lead by 4 clear marks. Get over there, the fill is 17. 129 for Josh George with the 27 on the end. Yeah, I'm showing everything is confirmed. Heaven help me, I think everything's confirmed. We'll confirm the scores. Sam, nice to see you today. Thank you very much. 1, 2, 1, 3, 6, 7, 8 for Hollett. 5. And Beveridge gets 4. Pretty status quo right now. 27 pins the margin for Birchall Siding, 2 marks aside. Head pin, just the 6. Beveridge Jr. God, I love when the bowlers and the fans sidle up. That's one of my favorite parts. Everyone's so amped up for the people they care about. $9 for Hollett. Thank you for hitting the button as soon as you're done. 10 for Beveridge Jr. Richard's a focused bowler. He's not going to get thrown off by a curtain supposedly in his face. But again, what does it matter if it's on one side of you or the other? Here, Hollett has both pin sweeps going on either side, and he's focused in. 5, 7, 8. Head pin taken, 2, 4, 6, and 10. Beveridge Jr. and 26 pins still. Maybe Weber can throw a double. Spare made for Hollett. Singles champion, 100 and a ball. This will be some cut shot. Beveridge was brought in, provided 2 marks for them. He can get a 9 box out of this. Drywall Concepts may need to steady themselves for the long haul as they try to go all the way. They get a 9 box here and a 98 string. For Hollett, still it mixes. The fill is 8, 108. Winning by 10 in that comparison. George winning by 22. Mark Weber, the only person who's ahead in the Drywall Concepts comparison. Barnes and Toffelmeyer. Three, 5, 6, 7, 10. 1, 2, 5, 7, 8, 9. Thrown down here, 7 box. Does Drywall have any route back into this? 9 box for Barnes. $33 pins up for Drywall Concepts. Aiden, no worries, I got that for you. Aiden Bourgeois, the chronologically last banner I see hung up here at Fairlanes Moncton. That 4 pin's gotta get over, right? Thank you very much. Freddie Toffelmeyer, a 5 mark string. Barnes, 5 pin. 121 plus plus. Barnes pumps and delivers. And I think he drove in too high on the wood and a head shaker again. Birchall siding. The specter of 600 remains in play. Barnes takes 9. Just looks as though I'm looking at this, and it just seems as though this match seems rushed through all the way. It's a big surprise here. There's a lot of implications. Birchall siding, of course, are just bowling for entertainment at this point, and pride as well. And there's a lot to be proud of in this string for them. 9 more, 130 for Freddie Toffelmeyer. They got that double strike on the end from Josh George. And Hamilton could have a 120. Dunphy got the 2 marks in the last 3. It's great bowling all around. And obviously, Drywall Concepts are going to have to bowl a lot higher in the rounds to come in order to survive. But anything can happen in any given 3-string match. Dunphy, a nice leave. 8 on the box. Plus the 10 already there, 18. Weber. Something like a miraculous strike streak is about what they need, but they'll end up with a 1-2-7-10. A miracle required from this point onwards. Dunphy can't get his 2-pinner. Weber has the plank. Where'd the ball go? Oh, behind! He snuck behind and took it out for a strike. Filled with a spare. And Dunphy 10. Yeah, I had to take a break. That's what I had to do. Good to see you, Rufus. Good to see you all. How many of you out there? About 220 of you. We're going to get it's going to be really good come playoff time, tell you what. So there'll probably be a bit of a variable delay, as they'll have to calculate the brackets. All the other matches are going to have to get done as well. And what an amazing showing by Birchall siding up. 36 pins in this one. Dunphy the chance here. That wood may not be covering everything. Junction of the 5 and the wood left side appears to be the play. Let's see if he can spin it in and if that really takes it all. He's going for the front wood instead, and it only takes out triangle number 6. Just because I'm the one saying it doesn't mean I'm right. Weber chops. Dunphy 10, 109. Incredible showing. 600 absolutely on the table. 8 box, 133. M. That's better. 133 for Mark Weber, the standout in that string. 5 marks for him, no run support. Kai Hunt, BJ Hamilton. But yikes, right down Mountain Road. Hunt bumps an extra out. He gets 9. Phil, how about making some money? Hunt, that's one way to make it. Hey, he put the ball in the right spot, and he's got 3 marks in a row. He'll have an opportunity to head for the 120s. He's doing well in the anchor spot. Hamilton looking for sticks, gets 8. 2 reasonable shots, didn't get either of the 2-3. 8 bucks, pretty okay for that devastating leave. 31 pins minus a mark. Not quite mathematical, but it's just about there. There is no realistic path here, frankly. Hamilton smashes away. This has to be a hammer or it's mathematical, and it is. That was a great first ball by Kai for the 9, Phil. A Birchall sighting, up 4-0. That's not going to go. Hunt will chip away a total here. Maybe. Drywall Concepts would have to go nuts in the 3rd in order to guarantee destiny remains in their hands. If Drywall Concepts does get the last 4 points, they get 62. Hunt fills 8 for 130. I'm going to verify here. I hope it's 594 to 580. $594 to, what is that? Get your hand out of the way. Not you. I'm talking to them. Shoot. I think it was 594 to 580. It turned out to be a 14-pin win here, so it's still 30 pins in this. So hang on, don't click away. I was getting a little dismayed there, but suddenly the guys on 4 and 5 threw 3 marks of 4 on the end. So maybe, just maybe, Birchall sighting may still have a bit of work if they want to ruin Drywall Concepts Friday afternoon. George takes 5. LaPierre here in the leadoff spot. He's got a tough split, 3 and 2. This is one he'll have to do headpin tracking for later. Ooh, 10 pin gets wiggled and does not take out. George wayward on the spare try as we move to string 3 of 3. There it is, drilled for 10. George off to a good start. Big favor, please like the video if you're logged in, hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already. Much appreciate your support. Super chat buttons enabled for those who are donation inclined. But Candlepin Bowling Network is the place on YouTube where the subscription is free. 246 for LaPierre. Just by watching and just by telling your friends, you're being a great help to us and the bowling community as well. And we all thank you very much. Is that going down? Goodbye! George is going to make his mark one way or another. That's a foul ball you'll find for LaPierre in an 8 box. That's certainly one way to make an impression. Keep rolling. The Congo line came, and the insloped gutters do their work. Holland and Beveridge Jr. No, check that. It's Matt Huff now into the game. You see we're sub 200 at spot number 2. Drywall needs a spark. Can Matt Huff provide it? The namesake of Huff Power Sports. Awaiting updates around the field. Head pin 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. 2, 4, 6, Hollett. Four, 5, 7. 2 and 6. Ten and 8. Huff picks up 2. Burchell makes the first mark. Thank God you're here. 1, 2, 4, and 10. This is a bit of a mysterious match, Paul. Burchell Siding has the first 4 points in this one.
Wow. And Fenway Academy was what 5 behind coming in, and they're winning. They won their first 2 Fenway.
They did.
And they're winning big. That puts Fenway at 57. They're only 1 behind. And if Drywall doesn't take total, Fenway can get the bye again.
They did cut it late here. This is still pushing for Holland, not taking it for a spare.
Boy, we've been lucky to get the right match called, huh?
I guess so, and I was a little dismayed. It seemed as though it was being phoned in at one point, but instead,
all right,
we've got ourselves an interesting
some
one.
other developments now, by the way. Canada 5 could be in trouble. They're down 4-0, and Maria Subs is up 2-0, and it's tight right now, kind of late in the 7th and 8th boxes still. Maria's is playing Grafham Flooring. Kingswood lost to A+ the first string. Canada 5 has lost 2. Maria's has won their first. Team USA won 1, but lost 1.
Burchell's Ivan Aiken down for Doppelmayr.
And Burchell Siding playing spoil. They're 42 and 42 now in the season, this round robin tournament. Now here's the bad news. Team USA is down 2. Check this out, Greg. They're 2 pins behind Canada 5 for pinfall difference. They're ahead in pinfall after the first string. The problem is they can do that and get ahead of Canada 5. They lose 8 and they win out the rest of the way. They can get ahead of Canada 5. The problem is the Marias can overjump them if they take 8. And that would knock out Canada 5 out of the playoffs. And Kingswood still not the SNI yet. They got 49 points. So Team USA could still get in. Kingswood could still be out. Canada 5 could still be out. It's a wild finish here. Love it.
So to be clear, do we have finals for any of those 5? And I apologize if I...
Yeah, well, yeah, for the 2 strings. Yep. Kingswood Bulletproof, they're still in progress. Canada 5 is losing big, like 40 points down the stretch. They're not going to win.
Probable loss,
so
okay.
0-4 I put down. We're still waiting for Maria's. Team USA lost the second. They're 2-2. Costly loss. Canada 5, you can put down 0-4.
Okay, I'll put it.
On the right side, no update in Academy Extra yet. Able Evolve.
Ooh, that's a 4-pin gainer.
Able Evolve lost, but Central Park Lanes did also. So Able Evolve Realty stays in 4th place by 1 point over Central Park Lanes, who are 2-2. Able 0-4 in this shift. Able Evolve losing to the Hatchetman, playing spoiler again. And those are the updates. I'll go around and check in a few minutes the other scores as they're getting in their 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th boxes here in the middle string. And Greg, I'll have you call the 3rd if you want, and I'll call the first match of the playoffs. Maybe the 3rd string, we'll see. And I'll get updates. We're going to have a special guest.
Something like that.
Yeah, Robbie Henderson will be here for all 3 strings, possibly.
Nice. Get that world's intensity back here in the booth. That'd be amazing.
Yes.
Weber converts for a spare.
So spread the word. Robbie Henderson in the booth here. All 3 strings scheduled tonight for late this afternoon for our start. Probably about a half an hour to 45 minutes after this is all done. They have to punch all the information in the computer and then set up the lanes. People warm up, and then we start. Make sure you hit that bell icon if you subscribe on YouTube on Candlepin Network so you get notified when we go live. Big points still on the line here. A fantastic finish, a thrilling finish. One of the closest exciting finishes we've been a part of the last few years.
This is a high-octane, high-speed match as well. I wasn't able to confirm, but I do believe 30 pins, I do believe it is. 2-4 in the 3, 5, 9, and 10. I did confirm scores through the first few in each case, so I shouldn't be far off in any event. 8 for Weber on the spare fill. How about another one? It's good again. Drywall Concepts trying to negate the gap. I wish I knew total for 11 and 12, but I'm not sure if there's a good time to interrupt them is the only thing. I think the 11 and 12, what is it? I believe total is, if you can, much appreciated. There's the 10. Very sorry to sick Paul on you boys. I'm just very curious about the gap. Maybe he could just take a photo and get in and get out. Kai Hunt and BJ Hamilton. I don't believe there's been a substitution, but forgive me if I'm mistaken. Archer's certainly been running a good rotation one way or another. It'd be hard-pressed to see how it changes. That ball does get away. Hunt has some chance here, but needs to get one of those front two. So let me just check in here, make sure no marks are made. So 23. And I am slightly off, I do believe. I will check in 8 and 9. I'll need that just a little longer, Paul. I apologize. So in that last one, oh wow, no, I'm not close at all. What happened there? From 33 to 107? Wow. Okay. That gives them the 575. No. Sorry, trying to juggle everything all at once here. 129. $10 for Hunt. 9 for Hamilton. Switch it back around and go back to the top. Excuse me. All right. Josh George, 129. Chris Hollett, 108. Freddie Toffenmeyer, 130. Troy Dunphy, 109. BJ Hamilton, 118. 98. Well, that adds up to 594. That's just bad math there, but 40, 70, 75. This one I'm off on because it's 107 for Jeff LaPierre. Hammer for Josh George, by the way, on that spare. $107 LaPierre. Beveridge 98. Barnes 107 somehow, so I'm off there. Weber 133, and then Hunt I'm on 130 as well. Just trying to figure out where I've gone wrong here. $10 made, okay. All right. So I'm trying to diagnose where I've gone 10 too high on someone somehow. 133, 107, 130, 107, 107. Huh. This is so difficult. I'm so sorry. Sorry, I'm having a much harder time than usual confirming scores. I'm very sorry. Paul, I am very sorry. LaPierre a chance for a spare here. Ten versus 6. Somehow I'm a few pins too high on someone, and I'm not sure how it is. Or maybe there was a scoring addition error, which I noticed in one spot, but I wasn't sure about the rest. Just seemed as though I had it, but apparently I don't. So starting to have some self-doubts here, folks. And yeah. Huff gets just... All right, 2 on the spare fill. And 9 for Hollett. And Huff takes 10. Okay. Five fill, 6 box. By the way, on that last one, so Birchall a pin too high. There we go. 1, 3 pins. A break for Huff here. Triangle spare. Hollett gets it. And a string that's awfully tight at the moment. Huff stride needs to respond to the 2-pinner. He's got it as well. Marks in 4. Or for each of them. Sorry for the extreme internal panic I'm having right now. I'm having a bit of a panic moment right now with the 137 from Toffelmeyer. I just cannot make the score add for the life of me, and it's terrifying me because I'm trying to report an accurate score differential for you folks. Total matters as well, because if Drywall Concepts can make this up, Toffelmeyer may make that a moot issue right here. With that mark, Barnes needs to make this 3-pinner. So if Birchall's siding gets this, then maybe my worries are all for naught here. Just I'm trying to get this there. JJ anecdotally reporting Exeter beat Academy. If that's true, then maybe, just maybe, there's something there. All right. That helps as well. One moment. 7 fill for Barnes and an 8 for Toffelmeyer. Brady gets it. Spares again, and Birchall's siding has 3 marks from him. And Barnes cannot get it. Jeff had a 10 in that one. Barnes completes a 9 box. 39, 42, 19, 18 and another. Yep, 18. And then here, 51. It's 33 in a ball. No, 43 in a ball. Okay. 18, 18. And then we want to go back to this one here. Can you send that in a messenger? Stop. Yeah, send that in a messenger message to me, if you please. Dunphy's trying the 4 horsemen. No. Weber fills, as you see here, 4 in that last one. Can't rip it across. It's this one. Could you DM that in a messenger message to me, please? 10 versus 9. One pin for Drywall Concepts, but they might need more points. Every point matters, of course. Dunphy. 1, 3, and 9. Ooh. 4 pins somehow. Can Dunphy run this down? Birchall Siding arguably in the lead again here with the potential to sweep the #1 seed. Fenway Academy still has some work to do. They can't now lose it all or else #1 seed is lost. Weber's try. Into the 3-pin. Down they go. A spare in the 4th. 3-pin. Yikes. Pitt is back that way. Troy takes an 8. Watch the ball return like a hawk, hopefully. And if any substitutions occur, I'll try and get to the bottom of that for you. Moncton Hamilton. One, 2, 7, 8 for Hamilton. Outside. What's coming back? 2-pin will not push down. Hunt had a doozy to deal with there. 2, 4, 7 and the 6-10. There's 10. Hunt's got to slice a few. Good job making it dance. He'll take just 8 at BJ Hamilton plus 2. Head pin taken here, 3. Whoa, that 10-pin pushes down. Head pin is all that remains for Hunt. Sorry, folks, I'm immobilized here on this stream, trying to get reports as best as I can. Paul's doing his best to run around. I'm still terrified I'm off like 10 or something on the total in this match, which is why I cannot get the time of day here for anyone. I apologize for having incomplete information.
I'm on the fly checking scores, Greg. Let me know if you need anything, okay?
Yes, I still cannot get strings 1 and 2. Could you please, may I have your phone a second here? I need to DM something to myself just so I can, it's the first 2 strings. I still cannot make them add for the life of me, and I'm terrified and trying to figure out why that is. Did they do the math wrong, or am I just wrong? I feel like I'm 10 too high somewhere. And it's causing me a bit of a freak out at the moment, if I'm honest.
Actually, let me go get the. I don't have the picture. Actually, let me go get it.
No, the first 2 strings. The first 2 strings. Just saw Central Park Lanes clinch their way into the playoffs. Disappointing New England flooring. What will happen in this final string? Here's a head pin hit for Josh George. 3, 5, 6, 9, and 10. just send this to myself. There we go. There we go. Thank you.
Greg, Academy Lanes has lost to Exeter Lanes again. They're down 4-0. If Exeter ties or wins the third string, they get the #1 seed. The 2-round bye to the semis.
10-7. Incredible. What was the difference again?
I think it was 20-something. Let me get the printout here.
It's close anyway.
Yeah. Canada 5 has lost their first two to Stars and Strikes by 10 in the first. They lose the second by 33. If they lose, they could be out. As Maria Subs is battling a tight one. Maria Subs lost the second, though, in their match to Graffham Flooring. So Graffham playing spoiler. Once again, they gave Kingswood fits yesterday all day.
Up here gets the spare.
Brian Merrill, 133 for Stars and Strikes against Canada 5.
Ten versus 8.
Yeah, Maria's won the first 563, 530 over Graffham Flooring. Graffham stuns them 591 to 548. That means Graffham Flooring has the lead. Going into the third and final string, Jeff Ujier, 144. Ripping the Rack new co-host John Starner, 141 for Graffham Flooring. Maria Subs a 119 by Aaron Spiller, the top scorer for their team. And they're fighting for life support. Canada 5's got to lose. They've got to win outright in total.
7-5. Last playoff match coming up after this. Pulled an audible on this one to cover this stream at the last moment. Up offline on the second ball.
As you see, a Drywall Concepts down 4-0, and Fenway Academy's cruising over there, I believe. I'll get an update in their score. If Fenway wins outright and Drywall loses, Fenway gets the 2-round bye. So we can have two #1 seeds losing their grip. Mark Webber, 133. Kai Hunter, 130. Kai's Kingdom for Drywall Concepts. 130 for Freddie Toffenmeyer from Virtual Siding. 129 for Josh George, playing spoiler. Trying to stay above 500 for the tournament. Extra Lanes, Lucky Strike, 612, 605 in the first. They win the second of Academy Lanes, defending champions, 627, 604 by 23. They're up 30 in the match with one string to go. A 141 from Jeff Surratt for Lucky Strike, Extra Lanes. Joey List of the Freight Train, a 135 and a 128. Nick Leach, a 124. Chris Robey chips in with a 127. For Academy Lanes, 131 for Josh Daly, 128 Aaron Fontaine, 127 Danny Harris.
Chris Holla gets a strike in the sixth.
You mentioned New England Flooring winning the second, 567, 550 over Central Park Lanes. A big blow to Central Park Lanes for the fourth seed. They're still in no matter what. They're one behind Able Evolve Realty, who's lost the first two. Central Park lost by 17, but they won the first by 63, so a decent lead going to this final string. 141 for Mike McGinty Magic. 134 for Dave Hodge Valley and the captain. 120 for Corrado Ponte for Central Park Lanes.
At pinfall.
The Hatchman at 123 from Logan's Run. Logan Gingras, Mark Gallagher, 120. For Able Evolve Realty, 127 for Sean Bernard. Ryan Cox, a 122. Able Evolve down 4-0. Fighting for that fourth spot. They're in the playoffs no matter what. You need scores?
My binoculars went missing
over
as
here.
well.
I put them over here.
Thank you. I suck at this. All right, let me just. I just cannot.
We're way off to the left too. I can get the printout if you want.
No, I just am not. I'm not on my game right now. I'm very sorry to the fans. I'm just not on my game right now.
Well, the scoreboard's way off to our left. We're angled, so it's hard to read from here.
Yeah.
And it's stencil smudge. I'll get
Nah,
my phone if you need
it's
it.
worse than that. I'm just failing at everything, but it's okay.
You're doing great, Greg. It's live. It's tough. We don't the editing and it's just you're doing all the technology work.
I just can't make it add for some reason. I don't know why I'm like off 2 pins somehow.
Well, I'll get a printout for you, and I'll get another snapshot.
Or that might have been a computational thing. Might have been on their side as well. It might be a their side, my side thing where I'm going to go over it. Let's go over it one more time. I have 104, a 129, a sorry, in the first for Josh George, I had a 104, 129 Hollett, Toffelmeyer had a 116, Troy Dunfield 117, and BJ Hamilton a 116. Yeah, so that should be confirmed. It came out to 582. It's then 576 on the other side with the 110, the 100, 133, the 114, and the 119. Okay. And then I look up and Toffelmeyer's hammered, and I'm behind again.
Matt Huff got a 9. I believe it was a spare or a strike there for Birchall siding. Didn't see it.
Yeah.
Looks like a strike on the board there.
Weber's got a 9.
I can't see it. Do you want a picture of the scoreboard?
No, that's a strike smudged for sure. It's a spare fill for Weber. I'm just lost.
Assembly Academy 601, 575 of Mass H. They're up 4-0. 128 for Cole Fry, 125 Chris Merrill, 124 Brian Kroll, 120 in the balanced attack from Tim Jam and Jalbert. Mass H 147, Sean Shattuck having a great week in his debut. Steve Kelly at 124. Somebody could get number 1. Team USA, devastating loss to Wreck and Roll, 572-547. They lost by 25. They won the first by 36, up 11 in the match. Brad Stewart at 124 for Wreck and Roll, 128 for Sean Sears for Team USA.
There's the spare for Weber, as I've completely missed the spare fill, Kel Surprise. And then Dunphy. Yeah, it's just a 9 fill on that. At this point, I just have to accept that I just don't know what the total is. I'm pretty sure it's approximate, but I think that's just is what it is. So 9 box. And we'll try and get someone more competent here to help me out. Weber had a 5 fill in that spare. Okay. Stand by. I'll work on this with Hunt. I mean, this is so big here. I cannot fail here because virtual sighting has such a important implication in this match. Kai Hunt gets a strike there. Hamilton set back leave. It's just I look down for one moment and I'm just hopelessly behind. It's incredible. 9 box for 45 at the half. Again, 64, 36, and a double strike, Kai Hunt. Kai Hunt, Drywall Concepts needed that bad, and he's hit a double here in 5 and 6. All scores confirmed, so help me. Hamilton trying to get another one here. 7 pin, won't go or will it? Then nothing else happens. 4 and 10, that's confirmed. It's the total I just cannot wrap my head around for some reason. It might be a combination of a computational error, some error on my spreadsheet, and something else. So, alas. But man. So not a whole lot going on there. I swear you guys can go bowler for bowler. I don't know why I'm just in a hole at the moment right here. I can't even keep up with the ball for ball pace. That's the norm nowadays. But there you see the strikes, and now Drywall Concepts now probably in the lead for total as well. CBC, I believe French language broadcast is taking place to our left here. Boy, this is extraordinary. The TV interview's been set up right in front of the washroom there. I don't know if CBC's going to do a segment on the Worlds in a second here, but this is incredible. LaPierre's got a 9 fill. One of the Birchall Siding members, perhaps their captain, is getting interviewed literally just off to my left. LaPierre converts the mark. And the 10 made by George. Nine-pin drop. Josh George. I have to keep my voice down. I don't want to disrupt them. LaPierre. It's his hat pin. And he gets 9. Good. Mark made by George. LaPierre, don't want to see that there. But he's missed his single pin, and he knows how big that was for the match. Still Drywall Concepts in the lead in this one. And there's a 9 box. It's 23 and 6. Should be 29, but yeah, for some reason I'm too off somehow on total based on the math I'm getting, but I'll have to confirm that later. George gets a 5 fill on. Holly gets a 5 to start a strike fill. Now upgrades it over to 8. 8 fill. 1, 2, 4, 10. No. Off just wide on the 7. There's a 9 box for Huff. Pretty sure there was a 10 and a 9. Hollett. At 7 down to start off. That pin, 2, 4, and 5 for Huff. One, 3, 7. Spare for Hollett. Hope the CBC cameras caught that on the B-roll. 2, 4. Nothing rolling into the 5. Drywall Concepts ahead in this string, but total's another question here. It should be just within 2 pins on total. I apologize if it comes down to this close. 9 box for Huff. Three, 5, and 10. Nine pin taken out, 7 pin. This is possibly rolling forward for Barnes. Oh dear. 3 pins taken out, Toffelmeyer. Satisfied with himself. He gets this. Extra mark for Drywall Concepts, and Barnes runs another one for the spare. 10 for Toffelmeyer. And will confirm.
The drama continues, Greg, when you're ready.
Yeah, Drywall Concepts should be way ahead in this one. Here's the head pin, Toffelmeyer. No, go ahead.
Kingswood Bulletproof loses 640 to 631 to A-plus accounting after losing 617 to 578. A-plus up 4-0. Kingswood still, I think, in the playoffs. They are still going to make the playoffs, I believe. Let's see. They'll be probably fifth. They're now 49 and 35. A-plus 50 and 34. So they jumped to third right now. Kingswood now will be fourth. Canada 5 lost the first two. If they lose this one, and Maria Subs, who lost the second, won the first. If they win, they will jump them on pinfall and get that fifth spot. Team USA needs Maria Subs to lose. They need to win outright in Canada 5 to lose to get in. They have the pinfall on them right now. Academy Lanes is losing early in the third to Extra Lanes. Lucky strike. That would be a shocker in a sense, but not really, because
it'd be just like Friday Night
the
Pro League all
playoffs,
over
like
again.
the Friday Night playoffs, where Exeter beat them last year. And
Poetry imitates poetry, I suppose. You should have mugged the CBC cameras. They were just interviewing.
I know. I didn't have time. I was trying to get the scores for you.
That's all right. Weber on a spare fill, trying to work this out. Can Drywall Concepts come back and snag the 4 points that would allow them to stave off Fenway Academy in this one? I'm still panicking quite a bit but it's all right. It just is what it is at this point. 5 fill for Weber. $10 for Dunphy. And a 9 for Weber. $27 pins and double strike for Kai, opposite the 2 spares of George and Hollett. Down the middle, 4 and 7 tip. For Dunphy, Weber, headpin smashed in strike. Hammers in the 8th, and Drywall Concepts try. Maybe they will succeed at getting the top spot after all. Fenway Academy is 4-0, but it does not matter to them. They may be able to hold on if these marks just keep on coming. That's 9 for Dunphy. Hamilton, 28 pins down, and a mark as well. Hunt, this is on a double fill, is 4 more on the first one. 14 on the fill, plus the extra strike there, so really 24, of course. That confuses some folks. And yes! Strike, spare, Kai Hunt. Kai continuing to rake. And maybe Drywall Concepts has found their other gear here as Hamilton takes 8. So it might be a moot question. I think total is within a couple of pins. I will confirm here, but I do believe that if this holds, Drywall Concepts will get their 4 points and therefore will have the number 1 bye. Thank you for bearing with me as I try desperately to get my bearings amid an ever-changing situation. 1, 2, and 7. 7 box. I don't know how Chris Cuthbert feels trying to do a hockey broadcast all on his own. One time the power went out and he had to do the job himself, and the rest is history. 1, 2, 7. Hunt runs another one down for a spare in the 8th. 107 and a ball through 8. 8 boxes, the ball return feels the wrath. All confirmed scores as fast as possible. Nope, can't do that right now. The interview's taking place there. Actually, maybe I'll be able to. I'll try not to interrupt it. Nine box each. Missed the fill, of course, but got the score confirmations otherwise.
Do you want do a couple blocks if you, Greg, to get you caught up here to help you out?
Please.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Binoculars, please, now.
Yes. There you go.
Yeah, sorry.
It's a tight schedule here because we're crammed this booth and it's far off to our left. We got the disco ball blocking us also.
Yep, it was a 4 fill. I was right.
Okay.
See the fills here? Yep.
Jeff Lapierre trying to finish strong. They could be in trouble. They got to get. If Fenway Academy wins, we're going to get an update in a few minutes from them. If they win 8 points, Drywall's got to get total somehow.
They could. They're headed for it right now. They've had an incredible showing right now.
Yes, they have the lead now. So if they win 4 points, they'll clinch no matter what Fenway does.
They've gone nuts. Kai Hunt's 4 marks, including a double strike. Mark Weber's 4 marks as well. Toppelmeyer and George 3 marks each. LaPierre can't send it over there.
So Drywall Concepts, Fenway Academy, Kingswood Bulletproof have clinched playoff spots. Canada 5, A+ has clinched the playoff spot also. So it's between 3 teams for 1 spot. Canada 5, Maria's, and Team USA. Team USA now has pinfall in Canada 5. Canada 5 must lose the 3rd string. Team USA must win the 3rd string, and Maria's must lose for Team USA to get in. If Maria's wins the 3rd string and Canada 5 loses, then Maria's gets the final spot. Got it?
Sorry if I haven't put all the standings updated there in front of me.
Lapierre picks it up for a 10, a 7 on the other side. For Josh George, 106, Jeff, 115.
All right, so 3 pins to Jeff LaPierre. That's looking pretty good right there for Drywall Concepts. I tell you, what an incredible comeback. A string that looked mysteriously adrift, and then suddenly, bang!
We're in the final 8 boxes, right?
Yes, we are.
King Drywall Concepts clinched number 1, the 2-round body of the semifinals. More cash for them also. And they'll start the 2nd match on Saturday, tomorrow afternoon, after 12 noon.
Yeah, watch out for the CBC interview there. We might have to be a bit librarian. Oh, they're not interviewing right now.
They're going to get us afterwards. I talked about Robbie Henderson they want to film us during our broadcast.
C'est en français aussi.
Croissant.
Je crois.
Au revoir.
Oui. Spare. Presque.
Having no trouble with English. Huff,
Good.
A spare, right, for Huff?
Yes, it is.
And they're trying to close the doors. Berto Sada giving him fits, but now Drywall Concepts coming alive at the biggest time. Have the lead in the string big time. It's a question, they're holding on to total. It's 27 right now. And they got marks on their side. It looks good for them at this point.
4 points slams the door on Fenway Academy. Whoa!
Look at that. It's a strange one. Take a video of that one, Nico. Often you see that one. What a crazy game. That's a 3 fill. What did he take out there? That's nuts. The 1, 2, and the 9?
1, 2, 6.
1, 2, 6 rather. Wow.
Sure. That happens. Garden variety leave.
Wow.
And it's good. Chris Hollett sparing the 10th.
118 the ball. 5 spares in the string. Huff picks it up.
For the 10.
107, big pins. A big, not an upset, but a big turnaround. XRD to take 7 points to win against Academy. Each lost a string today. Actually may win it. We'll see. Austin Barnes, 88-8 on the doorstep, helping his team get the win. On the nose, look at this one. 6-9, 8-7, right to left. Wood in play, 2 pieces behind. A pull stick in front. Can he plow through? 9 pin left up for Freddie Toffelmeyer, who had a triple strike yesterday. Won't go for Barnes.
What a time for that double, too.
Virtual siding, is that good?
Yes,
Yes.
I think.
96 in the ball in the ninth.
Looks good from this angle.
Yep, it's good. It's on the board. Still alive for string. Trying to play spoiler. Barnes a 9. It's a 9, so 97 through 9.
Thank you.
The lead is 22 in the match. The string is won by Drywall.
Must be, yes.
Pretty much. 22 in the match, the more important thing. They're both important, but the match for sure. Barnes trying to finish strong, sends it left. It's going to be 7. 1-3, the 9 playing hide and seek behind the 3. 7 fill, 1-2-4. Freddie Toffelmeyer, 103 through 9, trims the deficit of 15 in the match. But Drywall still has 2 marks left. A spare and a strike, nothing else for virtual siding. He's got to get this one. Barnes to answer, missed right. Up the wall, the 4 does not go. The playoffs are next on YouTube on Candlepin Bowling Network. Hit the subscribe button and the bell icon if you subscribe so you get notified. Once we start, we'll have 6-time world champion Donnie Henderson here in the booth.
Rob Henderson.
What did I say? Robbie, what did I say? Robbie Henderson. Did I say Donnie?
Yeah,
I said that wrong.
no worries.
I missed that last box.
9 and
9, so 112 for Freddie, 106 the other way.
Yeah.
The match lead is 15 plus 2 bonus balls.
Yeah, I tell them, yeah, if pace of play should be quicker, and then I suddenly can't keep up with the pace of play. I guess it's just trying to do the standings as well.
I hate when I say the wrong name. I know the name. I say it wrong sometimes. Like Jesus called Simon Peter and Saul Paul. I'm a good company. I got the patent that joke for like 50 years.
You're also going to have to help me with the standings update graphic. Like the ones
Absolutely.
you've already shown me, honestly, because I'm just behind.
I'm
there.
going to
It
finish
ju-
up
It just
here.
didn't work.
I'm going to be you want to finish up and I'll get the standings? Or?
Stay with me, please.
Okay,
Stay
sure.
with me,
Sure.
please.
Well, we can stay live and I'll get. There's still bowling on the matches, so
Right.
one team is only still in the 5th and 6th boxes because there was a delay earlier. Then we'll sign up once we get you all the standing updates.
Weber gets just a 6 fill on this one. Duffy does well to get the 2, 5, 9, and 10 on this one. Doesn't take it all.
Weber spare.
10, I'm afraid.
Oh, I'm sorry, 10. I jumped the gun. See, I'm behind.
10, 10.
Team 1 take 2 extra. Weber, a nice 10. After a strike 6, 116 through 9. 10 for Troy Dunphy, 92. 3 blocks to go. The lead is 21 for Drywall, plus they got a spare on the board.
Extraordinary turnaround in this one.
Weber, look at that one. Spread eagle plus the king. Ouch. Troy needs to mark to give his team a chance to put the pressure off the ankle bowler next. He's got a tough one. Weber gets the best 4 out of 7 series. I Pinette, that's the youch. Yikes, nouch combined. Put in the dictionary, Webster. Youch. Y-O-U-C-H. Youch.
Youch.
Ouch. Oreo cookie, Oreo cakes the time. Middle cream with the wafers on the outside. 8 beats a 7. 124 Mark Weber, 99 for Troy Dunphy, who's been great all week. And time is running out for virtual side. He plays spoiler. And
That's been pretty good.
Yeah, they've challenged a lot of teams this week. They're trying to stay above 500. They might fall short in that department.
6 fill. Doesn't need a double strike again for 400, but wouldn't it be nice? Doesn't even need a strike for 400 if he can run this down. Fooey. But a good offer at it, just the head pit.
Virtual's 42 and 42 after winning the first 2 strings. We're going to lose the string. Won't get to 500. Probably lose total now. The Miracle's on time. Look at this ball roll behind the 1. For Kai's Kingdom, Kai Hunt. Watch out for this young buck. Still in his early 20s. Out of Newport Entertainment's and Newport, Maine, where the pins fly high there.
It's all over. Pending ridiculousness, Drywall Concepts take the remaining 4.
And Drywall Concepts clinches the #1 seed. They'll get a 2-round bye to the semifinals, the second match tomorrow. They'll go to 62-24 to wrap up the round-robin tournament.
Go home and rest or go to the casino. I don't know. Do whatever. You can celebrate. Kegler's Bar is open. I'm sure the chocolate milk is great, Paul.
Birch Hills go to 42.6. Love chocolate milk, a man's drink. All right.
Yoo-hoo!
Am I released to get scores, other scores now?
Oh, yes, you're dismissed.
Yeah, we'll keep you here live to give you the update and the scores.
That's
before
a
we sign
spare
off.
for Hamilton on the end there. Tough string, of course, but great to get that one on the end. Come over, Cap. Nope, you won't. Kai Hunt 131 for a 380 triple. Hall at 362, Toffelmeyer 358. Hamilton will look for sticks on the end. Virtual Sighting put on a show there. 2 shocking string victories, and then Drywall Concepts got it done. 6-Ville for a 16 on the end. And we take a look. So there it is. Huff Power Sports getting the high fives. I'll keep it live for just a moment while we confirm what's going on around everywhere, but I know there's still several boxes remaining in some of the other matches as well, so I'm going to keep it rolling for right this moment. But as we can see, Virtual Sighting held off at the last string there, and the Drywall Concept with a super 3rd string to guarantee themselves first place. Academy cannot say the same right now. They're currently awaiting their fate against Exeter's Lucky Strike. This broadcast is pretty much going to be in limbo for the next few minutes or so, certainly, as we look around for other scores. I believe we will start a new broadcast for the playoffs. I will try my best for that. Actually, just a moment. Be right back. I'll be right back, actually. Hey, it's me again. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to actually turn off this broadcast, and we're going to start a new one in about an hour's time. Taking a look around the field, it looks as though some of them are still on their 3rd and 4th box, and we've got some we need to go out and see for ourselves here. But congratulations to Drywall Concepts Huff Power Sports for getting the 4 points. We'll have reports on that. That gets them their first place for certain. Fenway Academy, regardless of what they do, they cannot overtake. But we'll see them in the playoffs. There's a massive log jam for 5th place. As Paul alluded to, as we look around here in the standings, he's going out to get scores, but what we'll do in this case, we'll probably text the updates to Candlepin Bowling Network Facebook, perhaps YouTube as well. I'll try and get them to both places as well. For the playoffs, we'll start them in about an hour's time, I would estimate at this point. So it might even be still an hour. So I was saying 4 p.m. Atlantic, 3 p.m. Eastern. It might be even later than that, like an hour and a half fully after this. So about 60 to 70 minutes from this point. So as soon as the bowlers are ready to go, though, we'll feature whatever match happens to be in front of us, which will probably be 13-14, and we'll have that for you soon. So make sure you're notified. Please like and follow on Facebook, or subscribe and hit the bell on YouTube. Hitting that bell on YouTube is important because you want to be notified when we go live. All right. We'll rest up and recuperate. Thanks for watching, including that tough time I had there. Thank you for bearing with me on that. This is Candlepin Bowling Network alongside Paul and Grant, Bob Lee, and Duncan MacDougall. Bob Lee, our executive producer, of course. My name is Greg Gouillart. We appreciate you watching. Like, follow, subscribe, hit the bell. And until shortly later today, so long.